up, and I'm gonna make sure my macro matches his playstyle so he can make plays and we can follow up. So he fits that mold of what I wanted, and I've been super happy with HaeBin, and he's been really great. Not only a teammate, because he's very, even though he doesn't speak English too well, there was actually a scrim one time where he muted himself on accident, and we couldn't tell him, like, hey, you're muted. He didn't understand that. So at the end, we're like, hey, no, HaeBin, no talk. And he's like, oh, my bad. And the entire game, even though he doesn't speak much English, we missed his voice. His saying go, 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 or check this, or oh, or whatever his call is, or kill this person, it's something we missed. So, you know, even HaeBin's contributing to the comms that kind of fits our, you know, WildHeart family.
Yeah. Oh, the family. That's awesome. Yep. Any thoughts as we in here heading towards your next opponent 30K?
I think it will be a good series. They're actually our #1 scrim partner. So we scrim them the most because we find them to be the best team to scrim with our current time zones, because right now there is mostly NA teams scrimming NA teams and EU teams scrimming EU teams. That's just because people work and they do other things. So we scrim like Diamond Hands and 30K and sometimes Simplicity, and you know, they do some odd times with the Korean team. And we never really scrim Oxygen or Chili Mountain because they do EU. So we scrim 30K the most, and scrims are always fun against them. They're enjoyable, and they're also very close. So I'm expecting, hopefully, a great series, and hopefully we can come on top.
Awesome. Any shout-outs you'd like to do here at the end?
Yep. Shout out to my team.
So what you just said is there's a chance that we have like a very inbred meta between WildHeart and 30K.
HRCS,
because he says they scrim them a lot.
With Jazzy and Goon. We do a lot of different things on Twitter. We do some coaching and roasting. That's also something that we do as well. So we try to get a lot of amateur people involved in the scene. And also shout out to my girlfriends for supporting me, and also shout out to you, Kyle, for doing these interviews, for being 4 seasons, and it's always been a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, everyone stay tuned for that upcoming match.
All right, a minute left. Actually, I think this is the wrong scene for me. Let me see, which one is the other one? This one? Yeah, I think this one will be the correct. This is the one we use. It's called KEKBeanie Cast CCL. That's the one I will use. Any predictions? I think 30K is favorite, but honestly I have no idea, right? WildHeart looked much stronger than I anticipated against us. Like, they were a lot stronger actually than I thought. Maybe we were a lot weaker. Maybe it was both at the same time, at the same day. But yeah, let's see. I should do this. So we can close this one, open the clean feed. Fan of Benny. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Let me see actually. Anyone wants to co-cast 30K versus WildHeart? Let me ask in my chat, or in our chat, sorry, if anyone is around or in the mood, let's put it like that. Where's the name Hausop's from? Yo, I stole it a long time ago. That's the very short story of it. The little bit longer one is I played the Brood War, StarCraft Brood War, and then Warcraft 3 came out, and I logged into Warcraft 3, and I had to come up with a nickname, right? You have to type in a name, and I don't know, I couldn't come up with anything. So I used the name that I saw previously in Brood War, and then I stuck with it and became pretty good at the game, so people started to recognize me, and then I, you know, well, it's my name now. That's my name now. So there, I think, and if you dig into this, all of this, so during StarCraft Brood War times, there was a clan that was called Hazu, So they had like there were a lot of different Hazus, not only Hazu Ops, but like all kinds of, I think. And I think the term is at least to my knowledge, and I have no idea because I don't speak the language, but I think it's Korean, and it reflects your skill basically. So I think there's 3 different words that they use: Chobo, Hazu, and Gozu, I think. At least that's what I heard. But yeah, maybe that's wrong. And the ops is, so in StarCraft terms, ops is an observer, right? Because Protoss has a unit that is called observer. It's like it can't fight, but it can detect stuff. So that's probably related to that. Yeah, and Bonchwa is also a term apparently.
Essence acquired. Beneficial.
Remember when you heard your name in the Lost episode? Yeah, actually, Lina and I, we are watching a bit of Lost on the side, right? And I swear to God, Jin and Soon, the 2 Koreans in there, I swear to God, they said, like, I think it was Jin. I think he said Hazu or Hazu Ops. I mean, obviously he didn't, but when I was listening with my European ear, I was like, come on, for sure. He totally did, yeah. Yeah, we should find the episode and the exact scene so people can you know, can relate and maybe tell us what he actually said. We were watching, right? We were watching, and so they speak Korean, and then there's English subtitles. And then I look at Line and I was like, wait, did you he just said my name, no? And then I went back. And it seemed like he did, yeah. Is Hazops noted on my Personalausweis? No, it's actually not. Maybe I should do that. The next time... Wait, let me see. How much longer is this one valid? Let's see. Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Personalausweis. It expires 2025. Maybe for the next one I tell them Hazops as a Künstlername, right? The artist name, I think, you can put in there. Künstlername, exactly, yeah. Maybe I should do that. Exactly at HCC 2025, yes. All the stars align for HCC 2025 to come back. Ordensname. Oh shit, the draft is starting, I think, guys. Hold up, we are... wait, let me try to... Which one did I say? KEKBeanie cast CCL. Yeah, this looks good. Alright. It's happening, guys. 30k versus WildHeart, best of 5. Let me do this. Hide my face. I didn't change my title, right? So it's probably wrong, but it is what it is. Also, there we go. Wait, did my team reply? Ah, wait, Cav is around. Cav is around. He replied. Everyone else is AFK. Let me call him. Wait, he needs the clean feed though, right? Wait, hold up. Let me set it up real quick. Clean feed, copy link. Home, Cavalier guest, copy paste, and now start voice call.
Hello?
Hello. Yo. I just sent you the clean feed. The draft is starting.
I'm gonna ping my Discord so my Discord knows where to find me.
Yeah. Alright, Alterac Pass first map actually. We see Brightwing first pick. Johanna Johanna Chromie on the other side. And Blaze Sylvanas. So this Johanna Chromie, you know, it's true actually. It's a little bit of a disease spreading apparently between all the teams, right?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's surprisingly easy to W off of Johanna's Condemn, which is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And you can shield off of Loop, right? Like you don't have to open up with Bless, which can theoretically miss, and there's just a timing game. There's a lot of interesting synergies. Even the vision that Chromie gives helps out Dro, who doesn't really have the ability to step up all the time.
Yeah, true. And like the wave clear between these two feels very natural as well, I think. Like when she walks into W, Chromie's W finish off the rest. Diablo ban and Zeratul ban, even though they have the Brightwing, but Kure is, I don't know, he's pretty scary on the hero.
Yeah, I mean, Kure on A as Zeratul was just a menace the entire game. Ooh, I like Augur pickup. So now 30k basically is always going to do the camp faster than WildHeart will. Unless WildHeart picks up an additional camping hero here, which seems like an unlikely thing they'll be able to do with their draft.
Yeah, they need a tank, and then ibtingz can draft into the flex position, whatever they think is best. Tychus looks awkward because there's Janna on the other side. Otherwise, I would say he would be viable.
Ooh.
And it's a Tracer instead.
Who does Tracer go on?
Yo, but
here?
Kure will just pick Thrall, no? When he sees Tracer, that used to be their response, like with triple melee.
Yeah, and it's not like they're light in the wave clear department, right? Rhaegar has wave clear, Johanna has wave clear, Hogger has wave clear. If they pick one hero without wave clear, that's fine, as long as it will guaranteed win them fights.
Yeah. Maybe a second range that is tanky is also totally fine. See what he has in mind.
You called it.
That is the Thrall. I mean, yeah, it's textbook drafting, right? For that, like at least for how they like to play, I think. Like it's very straightforward. It looks good though, I think. When you see the Tracer like that, Tracer basically only. Who's even the target for Tracer now, right? Because it's a bit awkward into Chromie, and then
there's a funny dynamic with Tracer Hogger where Tracer's auto attacks generate rage for Hogger, and that actually causes on the brow to heal him for more damage than Tracer is doing.
Really?
So
okay. Well, that is pretty unfortunate, I guess. But like even Chromie, like she has Ice Block, and then there's Johanna Blind, Ancestral Healing, Rhaegar Cleanse. He has a heal. You know, it's actually not that easy. Tracer can be played a little bit in a macro way though. Like that's like especially Dino is very good at that. I think. Like he understands.
I mean, especially like post their team with Jumper, Tracer can solo bosses on this map.
Yeah, that is. I mean, not sure if you would see that, but maybe, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Dino did it.
Dino is all in for that. And actually, MasonBlaze, he plays a lot of Tracer, no? I think. Like, it's one of his main heroes, I believe.
It is. He plays a lot of it.
Yeah. So you like the Hogger draft, right? You said.
I like the fact that they're going to do camp faster. That's the main thing. I also don't know who Tracer's going to kill. They do have the Sylve, right? So as long as if they can get some sort of ratting action going on and maybe catch someone on rotations, they have that going for them potentially. And you can see there's like the split from 30k is denying it already.
Yeah.
They have Rhaegar Thrall bottom, Hogger's already top, Joe's sharking in the mid.
I guess when the map is more open, like once the forts are gone or the walls, you do have like Brightwing, Tracer, and Muradin. Like all three can collapse on someone, but realistically, I feel like it's hard to find a good target to actually kill. It might be Rhaegar. Like if they find the Rhaegar somehow alone, that could be good.
Yeah, Rhaegar has to be very close to be effective. His cleanse range is 6. It's the shortest range of any cleanse. Ancestral doesn't have that greater range either, so like Rhaegar has to play fairly far up to be super safe. But
he went can do movement speed as well, right? He knows
I was gonna say what you can do is stay in human form and Z out, right, rather than suiciding him with bite.
And like our team, we didn't draft too much Rhaegar recently, right? But the movement speed on 1 used to be the go-to talent until he got reworked, I think. And then the E was like too strong for a while. Now I think like I guess you don't have to go E talents anymore, right? After the nerf. But
I mean, sometimes they're fine. Like if you're into a heavy auto attack comp, but if you're into a heavy auto attack comp, it's also not when you're worried about getting bursted out.
Yeah.
I mean, auto attacks aren't usually that bursty.
Yeah.
So I really like the Z1 adaptation. I was really happy today when Yasu took it in our games. Wow, that's a 2-man.
Blaze has a very good stun there. I think Chromie should be dead. Wait, actually, Brightwing arrived with very little HP as well, but the Chromie is gonna go down. And that's the Blaze, man. Like the double stun, the fat one.
I wasn't sure how that was gonna go with the time stop. But
Yeah, she just
it ended up
arrived,
working
right?
out for them, I
Brightwing just
guess?
arrived. Yeah, exactly. They lost kind of their gate for it, but the easy camp is still alive, and so 30k is gonna be busy in mid, keep pushing it.
Joe blinding everything, including the minion wave. Joe blind is such a good like anti-siege tool.
Yeah,
It's really nice to have that option. The camp is not going to get the armor shred on the building if it's blinded.
actually, yeah, that is it's very significant. Like the armor reduce on buildings is very strong. Like it's a very big difference when it comes to pushing with a camp.
And here's the problem of picking Thrall. You just get bullied and you can't clear the way. But they make a rotation, they help him out, and it ends up being fine.
Yeah. I mean, Thrall is very, very strong in team fights, right? That's like basically why you pick him. He can't really wave clear, but he has a lot of damage. He can actually bait very good as well, given his kit. 2 strong ultimates, like for different scenarios. And from level 16 on, he has a lot of frontline damage. Like he's gonna, if he roots Muradin and slaps him, it's very noticeable.
Yeah, we see that quest at level 4 for Thrall with the CDR, so I think this is probably going to be Alpha Wolf, and they may even be Ancestral Wrath at 7. Really trying. The problem with Ancestral Wrath, of course, is its damage over time, which can be cleansed by Bunker.
By the bunker, yeah. That's true. I don't know, I feel like this level 4 quest is so OP on Thrall, and you actually always finish it. And that comes from a guy who's missing half of his roots, right?
Maybe you always finish it.
No, I swear, like, even if you miss it sometimes, you're gonna finish it. And it's so strong when you have it. It's insane, actually, the CDR on it. Like, it's so good. I don't know. Yeah. That's just, when it's completed, I feel like Thrall becomes, like, twice as strong almost, it feels like. It's very, very good.
Ooh.
But yeah, let's see.
Level 7 Purge coming out. This is exactly the same build that Yasu did play in our game earlier, and it gives you the anti-heal into the Brightwing, which is actually huge. If you can anti-heal a Brightwing Z, you're far more likely to be able to secure kills consistently into any Brightwing comp.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And you're gonna get it off on the Muradin, right? Most likely Brightwing will Z on Muradin when you start hitting him. It's true. No kill. Actually, 1 kill. We saw the Chromie kill, sorry, but besides that, everyone is doing camps and chilling.
And now we see how doing the camp a little bit faster adds up. This is the 4th camp, I believe, for 30k, and the 3rd camp for WildHeart.
Really? Did they have 4 camps already?
They've been doing it on cool. Maybe
sure?
maybe this only for
Maybe I think you're
sure.
drinking. I'm not sure. Isn't it the 3rd? I don't know. I think it's the 3rd.
It has to be the 3rd.
It has to be the 3rd. Both teams got the 3rd.
They are getting it out much.
You are right. Yeah, they're getting it quite a bit faster. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ooh, drinking is a good idea then.
There's the Tracer vs Hogger, you talked about it. So Liam is just out healing apparently. Tracer damage.
Come on, see? Like that, look at the bomb.
Oh? He doesn't have his E though, and he actually dies to the Sylvanas rotation.
Okay, but that's the Sylv rotation. He would have been fine versus just the
Yeah, for sure he was fine if it was only the Tracer. Still kinda disrespecting it though, right? But yeah. Because I don't think he can solo kill the Tracer either. But yeah.
No, there's no way. Maybe if you hit a wall stun.
WildHeart is actually controlling the objective right now. We don't see it because the observer is showing us a gank on top here. My control. Oh! Hui. Very close. Very close. Blaze is gonna stall. Blaze is fantastic for that once you have it. Falling Sword.
Oh, I'm surprised this is Falling Sword. Cattle usually hates Falling Sword, but I guess they felt they needed the area cleanse.
They used both buttons and they didn't do anything with it. And when I say both buttons, Shockwave and Sundering. Yeah, that's the first objective for WildHeart here.
I mean, it's amazing, right? Despite having slightly less wave clear, they do have the single global, but then they got those 2 picks and they managed to leverage it not only into the objective, but into having like an actual experience lead, and all of their lanes are shoved.
Yeah. Wait, I do have the voice comm, so I will put that on real quick.
Yeah, you push me.
I'm gonna stun him next time he walks up.
Sure. Kind of want to keep him here. Okay, I leave you here. I leave you here. I go mid.
I was leaving.
Careful mid. They're all going mid. They're giving bottom. They might collapse
Yeah.
mid.
미드 쏘라.
Yeah. He should have Sunder soon.
야,
I'm
쏘라
shooting
데미지.
for it. I
No,
want
no,
to
no.
make sure.
Careful. They're all here.
Getting-
there's a hogger.
Can I have Hogger in the rotation? Can I have Hogger in the rotation? Okay, I'm pushing for top again.
You can just trade it if you want.
I'm gonna grab another wave bot.
Can push
I
on
might
mid.
look at you. Careful.
Toss gonna have.
Throw
Doesn't have blast. I'm not
They're
sure.
top.
throw.
They're all top.
I have MC.
Can we pop us?
Oh, there's a
Can we pop
cap
us?
here.
Mason,
Yeah,
go down.
come Tracer.
Yeah.
Camp's gonna be
Oh,
up.
wait.
Can
I
we
do
sprint
camp?
camp? Yeah. I come with you.
We do camp and then
Just
boss.
have to be careful
Can I
for
do
them
really?
and sneaking boss.
Uh,
The boss
HaeBin.
isn't that good though.
HaeBin, will you do boss?
Well, he's putting a trap on it. They could go bottom.
They could be on bottom boss instantly. It's possible.
Yeah, we'll go down now.
Let's just start this then. Let's just trade.
Sure.
By the time we get there,
I'll
it's
stand
gonna
for
be-
point.
They could be there as well.
Oh, here,
Brywing's
here.
picking.
It's
We
only
don't know.
Brewing
It's just
so far.
Brywing, yeah.
Could be
can
more.
get
I'm
ready
doing
to
the
leave.
camp still.
Yeah, that's fine. I think. I think they're on bottom. Like heals a shit.
Probably. Oh, unless maybe not.
No,
I can
maybe we can
sunder
run
them
in
off
time.
point.
Here.
I think they're just greeting
I'm
as
not
well.
gonna be there. I'm gonna be
pretty
doing
sure.
this.
They probably just did both.
And jumping out of both teams' comms, I thought it'd be
Yeah.
nice to kind of hear how the members of 30K were kind of.
Chromie doesn't have vision on one, right? So they actually couldn't confirm if they were on boss. That's why they sounded a bit stressed about it.
No, they're Q on 1, only 10 stacks so far, which is actually pretty light considering the amount of brawling that's been happening in this game.
Yeah.
I would actually expect Madara to be a little bit higher than that when he does go Q on 1. And I'm also surprised it's not vision because they can't check the camp timing. Like checking the camp timing is pretty big on the map, especially
Yeah.
for both teams. Sylve's gonna be a lot safer now with that Remorseless, able to stand a little bit further back.
When he finishes his Q quest though, and then he reaches 20, you know, the Pierce, it is actually very strong. But it's scale, like it's a lot of like late game build, right? Oh, they might get the kill here on Blaze. No, actually. Oh, it's so close. Oh my god, they get him.
Pommel insane. He clipped it.
Yeah. Got in trouble as well. Brightwing Z comes through though. MasonBlaze.
40% anti-heal on that. Didn't do too much.
Oh yeah. The
And
boss with a lot
got
of
the entire
minions
top
behind.
people? Yeah.
I think Thrall lost his keep wall as well, maybe though. No, because he was also.
I mean, we'll find out when the observers decide to let us know.
If they ever show us, yeah.
Yeah. It looks that way based on where he was standing on the minimap, because it looked like he was standing close enough to the keep that the wall must have been dead. This is the late game Chromie build, just trying to play for massive poke damage.
Yeah, before they buffed the vision on one, the Chromies would go Q on one usually. And then there was a brief period where everyone would go W, because they buffed the W and then they nerfed it again. And basically went full cycle now. The vision is very, very strong though, and it's not only the vision, but you arm your traps quicker, which actually allows you some insane teamfight plays sometimes. Like when they go on your front line and you have your E up, I mean, sometimes it dies to the AoE damage, right? But if it doesn't, you can actually stop some heroics of the opponents because you time trap your teammate,
Yeah,
for example.
in a big way, I think how we use time traps is the defining factor between good and bad Chromies. Like, I think everyone with a little bit of practice can learn to hit the Q and the W. It's not that hard, but being creative with time traps really sets people apart. We saw it, insane Sunder here.
Liam is
WearyDay,
not. Wait, what is going on here?
Oh, that is not an okay boss.
Wait, did Liam DC or I don't even know, because he didn't
I
react to the gank.
Maybe.
Maybe Kure told him it's fine, I'll solo kill him. Relax, just kill the wave. But I'm not sure actually. Because Brightwing might be out, I think. I think Brightwing might be out now. There was a minion wave to hop on.
We'll see.
Well,
even that kill on Chromie mid, the time trap almost was enough
Yeah.
to generate space and make the save, right? Like Chromie almost got out, and that was purely down to how disruptive the time trap was to comboing onto her.
Yeah. Brightwing tried to Z in the middle of the lane, right? Instead of like doing the 2 more steps into the bush, so Thrall wouldn't see her. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what the shot calling was. It looked like someone told her they are ganking you. You have to get out, because I think that's what the Z was about. Because I don't think anyone needed help on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and that's just sort of a hard thing to do as Brightwing, right? Whenever you're playing Brightwing and you're blink heal, especially, and you're soaking a side lane, you need to be as far away from the rotational path. So he was on the bottom side of the lane, but he didn't have a minion wave behind him. If you want to wait to step up to have a minion wave behind you, so you always have to blink 2. It was coming, but it's not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually how you determine if you can gank a Brightwing or not, right? If the minion wave is nearby or not. Like the next one that is coming, because then she can flee. Because you can interrupt the Z, like we just saw. The Sundering is more than enough.
In chat, if you're curious how to do that, you actually don't look at the enemy team's minion wave, which you may or may not have vision of. You look at your mini map and look at where your wave is, because they spawn at the same time, so they're mirrored. So you should always know where your enemy wave is based on where your wave is.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, we have a pause, guys. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. I think Madara was the one pausing, so 30k. While ganking the Brightwing, pausing, actually. Let's see what is going on exactly. Who do you think, though, is the like the best of 5, right? Who do you think is the favorite?
I mean, I kind of want to give it to WildHeart. I feel like 30k individually, in a lot of ways, may be better players, but they're a new roster, whereas a lot of people in WildHeart have been together for a while, and I think that consistency and of expectation matters for a lot. And you know, a lot of the other teams were scrimming in the preseason, but 30k didn't scrim in the preseason because they couldn't for like a month. So they actually just started scrimming consistently week 1 of CCL. So it's only been
that's true.
Only been...
And that's actually right. That WildHeart, for the most part, it's the same people. I guess there's one big counterpart, right? HaeBin is the tank, and he's not fluent in English, so. But yeah, he seems to fit in very well. And actually, ibtingz, we heard him in the voice. He was calling a lot. He was doing a lot of shot calling for his team there. Very vocal. About like rotational ganks and can we look for him in the rotation and so on. Mind control here on Thrall. No one else is damaging him though so far.
Blaze had a huge shield from his level 16 there.
Yeah.
Not something we see all the time, but it was half of his health pool.
Everyone is low.
Ooh, yeah. This is what their win con is though, right? They poke everyone out with their comp. They're not necessarily going to get one shots, but they should be able to out sustain and out damage because they have the better range.
Yo, 30k was channeling the objective with like 4 heroes. Everyone was like touching it after the fight was kind of over. But yeah, got it back 16 vs 16. A lot of cooldowns have been used. Ancestral healing is a big one though. It's still up. Mind control obviously is up again.
And Blast will be up in 6. Sunder's coming back up after that gank attempt bottom onto the Brightwing. This is a bullet spray from Tracer.
Oh my god, even more disconnected it seems like.
Oh, this is so stressful.
Someone saying Liam has internet issues. I do remember that sometimes that's true. I think it never happened in tournaments for us, but it did happen in a few scrim blocks where Liam had like very high ping for no reason, and there was nothing he could do about it. I mean, I hope it gets fixed. You know, worst case, I guess they play the map like this, and then they have their 6th player to hop in if he actually has like infinite ping. But yeah, we'll see. Has Liam tried to turn it on and off again?
I mean, probably, honestly. Like, I mean, this in a way, this is just the downside of online events, though, right? Like, if everyone's internet isn't good. I remember season 1 of CCL, we actually asked people when we were doing our interviews how reliable they felt their internet connection was. And auction was last pick, so we did a lot of interviews to like figure out who we could potentially pick up, because we didn't have any way of knowing for certain who would get to us in the draft phase.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously, having a stable internet connection is pretty important. Actually, it's funny, right? Copenhagen is in the chat. He sometimes struggles as well with high ping. Seems to be, and then Ultralisk is another victim. Yeah.
Oh, Ultralisk, yeah. I don't. There was like a 2-week period where we didn't have a single block where we were screaming a team with Ultralisk on it where he wasn't lagging.
Yeah.
And they had to like pause. It was unfortunate.
Cooldowns. Yeah. Cooldowns are up. Blessed and Sundering, right? So didn't play around it, and they got hard punished.
Big that shield was. It doesn't matter. He dies anyway. But man, that is a huge shield. It's exactly the kind of comp that talent is good into, but you can't go in like 1v5 and do anything.
Yeah, I mean, Ancestral, Blessed, and and Sundering, right? We talked about the ults are coming up again, and we see the fighting power of Thrall. Like, he can stay in there, and then Sundering comes up. He has Alpha Wolf on 16, does a lot of damage to the front line, and they got 3 kills, and they will get the objective. They're starting to run away with the game.
WildHeart is going to get their camp out, so that's going to help a little bit. But WildHeart is in a position where they very much have to fight. However, this is a weird situation, right? Whenever you're into a Chromie and you're 17 versus 18, it's not even talent tiers. It's 80% even talent tiers, but Chromie actually has her insane spikes now.
Yes. She did finish the quest as well, so triple Q has been unlocked. Ice block was used, but shouldn't be an issue for the push itself.
I'm wondering if they're gonna secure all forts or if they're gonna. No, they're gonna prioritize getting mid keep down. Oh, that is a dead tracer.
She's dead, no? Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Big root by Kure actually, and then the Sundering to follow up. But the rotation, did you see? WildHeart just walked like in a Congo line from outside to inside. That looked very dangerous. They're trying to turn the fight.
I don't know if they considered how much Sands can punish that kind of move. Like, you can't all walk through the same choke into Sands, and if there's only one choke, that means you have to already not be there. It can be a tough thing to remember under stress of the deciding like what lane are we going to defend, who's going to go where, are we all going to fight mid? Like, comms can get really cluttered and confused.
I mean, I guess then again, both Tracer and Brightwing, even if they walk there, like Tracer has Qs and Brightwing can jump over to teammate. But yeah, it seemed like, I mean, they got punished for what they did there.
Really nice move by Madara there. He sends 2 Qs, so he starts with 2 clones in the bush.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to race the boss. A huge wave bottom. I think WildHeart is just going to give this boss. I don't know if they're going to start their own bottom.
Yeah, he missed Madara. But I think he missed his Q, because the boss wasn't spawned yet, but it's okay. Doesn't really matter. But they will lose the keep, right? Do you think... Actually, do they try to core? We talked about this, right, in our team. 20 versus 19, and you kill 2 keeps.
Yeah, they can core now.
Could be coreable.
With 2 keeps down, it's definitely a situation where they should try for it. WildHeart needs 20. Like,
where do you get it though? There's one bot wave and one mid wave.
I don't know. Like, yeah, they're getting Brightwing soaking mid, right? It looks like Sylvanas is gonna stay. No, Sylvanas is backing, so they're just like, we have to defend down 20. We'll get as close as we can mid, and then hopefully as the lane pushes in top, we'll get it from the wave coming with the boss. But we have to start hitting the boss early and getting it down. Oh,
Sundering, Falling Sword, trying to get the CDR. Only 30 seconds, but yeah, Tracer. Was it Tracer? No, it was Muradi getting destroyed.
Yeah, Blaze tried to put the bunker down for him. Really, really nice spin from Liam. That's a known spin. That's a spin that will always work with the camera trick. So really clean from him to swap sides of the fight, and that'll be game.
So Kure blinked the Sundering, right? That's how the fight started, and he hit like 2 or 3 people. Yeah.
He put him in the pocket, right? That's what you're trying to do with Sunder, ideally, is always knock him into the corner of something.
Actually, maybe they can never defend really their core, because they have like Sylph Tracer. Both are not very good at hitting the boss. Like, they need to get close, and then there's like Sundering, Shockwave, Falling Sword, kind of. So I think it was very hard for them to defend, honestly.
Maybe if they'd been able to sneak 20. I don't know. The boss didn't do much for them either, right? Like, theoretically, the optimal play there is get 20 and then defend boss with 20 in a straight up 5v5. But they greeded a little bit, hope for the boss, hoping they could still defend.
Yeah. Tracer looked rough. I mean, I told you even what Q's gonna pick, right? He sees the Tracer, you just go triple melee. You cannot lose team fights, I think, with this into the Tracer draft. And they actually didn't once they unlocked like certain talent tiers, right? People were together. I think you just straight up win the fights. So the value has to come from something else. Like we saw one good gank on top actually. I mean, it was Sylvanas ganking with the Tracer, but later on we didn't see any split value in that sense. So I think it's hard. Maybe on 20, like even tier, if they both get to 20, you can fish a bit more with mind control. But
I think it's very technical. I think you have to go a Tracer build where you focus on purely sustained damage. So you have to go Tracer rounds at 1, so you have the safety of that extra range. You have to go Jumper, which he did, but then you have to go Ricochet at 16, and you're just trying to out damage their self-sustain. Because the benefit of triple melee, right, is that all those heroes have self-healing. But that's a style of play that requires a lot of mechanical precision. You have to be dodging everything. Your team has to be split from you so that anything aimed at you is only aimed at you, and you don't have to worry about like accidentally bringing something to your team that they don't want.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not a style of Tracer we really see much in CCL.
Yeah, the Tracer Sylph backline, a little bit of a bait, I think. Then again, I mean, it was like the 16 fight as well, right? Where like Ancestral was still up, and then Sundering and Blessed came up, and they kind of fought against it without having their own CDs. Like Bunker came up while the fight was about to. I mean, the fight was lost, and then Blaze had his Bunker again, and they kind of needed, I think. So a little bit over eager there. Should have waited for cooldowns.
It's a cool frontline too, right? Like I was a little bit surprised by the Falling Sword because I know Cattle doesn't like it, but you have Sunder as the engage, you have Shockwave as the follow-up, or potentially as an engage, but then you have Falling Sword to deny any counter swing and to chase, right? It's a clever arrangement of heroics.
Wait, isn't it? I think Cattle is a Falling Sword believer, no? It's the third time I believe he picked it in CCL this season. He's the only one as well.
I know he used to hate it. I don't know how he feels about it.
Maybe now that it's nerfed and not meta anymore, he likes it.
Maybe that's it.
He's like, now it's tough to play. It's my turn and to show you kids how to do it. Because I'm pretty sure this is the third time, and he won every game with it, right? But yeah. He seems to be the only Johanna really going for it.
I think it's still pretty good as long as you have another engage. Right, and it just denies any sort of counter swing.
Sundering, Shockwave, both are good for that. Yeah. True.
And even to some degree, Sands off of Punish is good enough, right? If Joe condemns and punishes, and you Sands on top of it, there gives the slow time to stack up. They're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that is right. That's right. Let's see. If WildHeart picks map or first pick.
This is always an interesting question because there are many people who feel like if you can outdraft the enemy team, second pick is always better because you get more information for each of your individual picks. But the other side of the fence are people who are like, certain heroes are OP. We are guaranteed to get more OP heroes if we're first pick. So why wouldn't we just always be first pick?
Yeah. And that's honestly, it's just like a bit of draft prep, right? You go through the list of like OP heroes, and then you think about the potential openings, if it's a good deal or not. Like, because you get 3 picks, the opponents get 2, right? So if that looks like very good, I think, or if you have a good plan for that, it's fine. Otherwise, if you're second pick, I think it's a little bit more. Not freestyle, but you get the last pick to salvage the draft, right? Because you see the full picture, and then if there is a hole that you can exploit, or if you see it, because not always you're gonna see what's actually the best pick here, right? Sometimes people pick something and then it turns out, okay, this wasn't the case. But yeah, if you can do it, then the last pick is very valuable. And that's that's why, right? They picked Tracer in the last rotation of the first pick, like in 4 or 5, and then, or wait, was it right? And then it was the Thrall the last pick, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Thrall was 5th pick.
In that case, I think it was, I think it was the right pick to go 3rd melee. Could have also been Kerrigan, for example, by the way. Like, that's maybe what Nick would pick in that scenario. Kerrigan can fight back into the Tracer. It's also a 3rd melee. I think she's a bit more squishy though, but she's more explosive in a way as well.
Well, Thrall has a little bit of range, right? Like Thrall has range with his Q.
Yeah, true.
Whereas
true.
Kerrigan is more all in. I'm trying to. I don't think I've seen Nick play Kerrigan into Tracer specifically, but
well, he likes it. I'm
It's
pretty
it's
sure he likes it.
yeah, maybe it just hasn't come up.
Yeah, we didn't get to play into many Tracers, I think, right? In any
Yeah.
of our matches so far, but yeah.
Unlucky. Maybe it's all the hammer.
Yeah. I mean, Hammer was insane today, right? The pick was insane, I think. On which one was it? Towers of Doom?
It was
Towers of Doom.
towers. We got ahead and then we killed a bunch of structures. It was great.
Yeah.
Just like in StarCraft, Siege tanks like hitting buildings.
Yeah, true. Yo, I don't know why. I guess they're trying to fix Liam's connect, or I don't know. They're probably trying to figure out what's going on because the break is rather long. Let's see what is grabbing.
Target on the Immortal from very far away.
It's supposed to like every 2 games. There's supposed to be a 5-minute break.
So something must be happening behind the scenes, guys.
I wonder if B-Kid's available. Like, are they debating swapping in B-Kid potentially if Liam's connection issues continue? That is one of the reasons CCL teams have subs for situations like this.
Yeah, maybe you just pause on time and then the ping gets lower and he can continue to play. That's how it kind of looked, right? He was lagging.
We'll just pause every 4 to 5 minutes. That won't be a problem at all.
Well, we will see. I mean, I think Liam is a very vital part to the team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Liam won MVP, right? Last season of CCL.
Yeah.
He probably has the best hogger of any of the CCL players, at least currently. And he calls a lot of things on comms. He's really good at feeding information.
Yeah,
and changing that up would change the dynamic of the team a lot.
Oh, that's true. He's very vocal, actually. You don't need subs when you can just forfeit. I mean, if you need more than 1 sub, right, you're kind of doomed. That's the thing. Like, CCL rules are very strict when it comes to that. You can only use the players that you signed up initially with. So, because in Masters Clash we see like all kinds of rosters, right? I mean, they have like some rules, but it's a lot more relaxed when it comes to like stand-ins and people subbing.
You're allowed like what 3 subs or something, but it's for the whole season.
Yeah,
so
I think initially it was 2 maybe, but then they.
Well, they changed. They said that subs you use for Easter don't count because Easter weekend was a massive problem for like 5 teams or something.
Yeah.
I think 3 teams had 2 subs each. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Turns out people are busy on Easter. Who knew?
Yeah, who knew they would be busy on Easter? Yeah. Wait, let me see if what are they talking on the mainstream?
Like Springy, Logan, or Bandit, we're gonna be using that prize pool to.
They're talking about the crowdfunding. So I guess they're trying to skip some time.
Yeah, they're filling time just like us.
Filling time, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, did you see Benny's ping, by the way?
Wait, no, I didn't check Discord. Oh yeah. I mean, if Benny, well, yeah, we can go into the Discord. Oh, actually, can I? No, we should just join the Discord voice then. I think that's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll swap.
Yeah. Yo. Okay. Wait, let me tag Benny. I don't know if we are in voice. If you wanna join.
Meanwhile, on the clean feed, we have a beautiful CCL logo surrounded by Season 4.
Yeah. At least they changed it to like a darker version of what they had, because I think it was very bright prior to that.
Yeah.
I mean, but the clean feeds are working pretty fine, right? I think we in the past we sometimes had issues. Like right now, it seems to be fine.
Yeah, they've improved a lot since Season 1.
Yeah.
And every time they try to fix, and sometimes you try to fix things, you introduce a new issue, right? And then you got to figure out the new issue.
Yeah.
And it's a big production staff. I think there's 12 people working production for all of these casts. and doing the transitions and everything and making it look really clean. It's a surprising. It's more work than I think people who haven't done streaming production might expect. And at that, it's less production staff than like television production usually needs as well. So streaming is even a little bit easier, but it's still a lot of people if you want it to look clean all the time.
Yeah. The player interviews like right after a match, right? People need to get the cam going and then the sound check real quick. There's a few things. Zergling calling for B-Kid to sub in a HaeBin stream. Wait. But Zergling, wait. But B-Kid is the stand-in for 30k, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe Liam cannot continue to play, I guess.
So B-Kid, I actually coached B-Kid for a while. He was a tank main, but he played off lane for Gale Force Esports when he was. We had to transition him because we picked up Fury from Tempo Storm because Tempo Storm dropped him. So I don't know if B-Kid has played any off lane since he came back. I think he's played only tanks. So I'd be curious to see if they're forced to sub him in as an off lane, how that changes the dynamic of the team. They might even roll swap Cattle to off lane and put B-Kid on tank. I don't know.
Yeah. Wasn't B-Kid the tank for Zuna and Kenma and so on, like during HEC?
Yeah.
In that team?
Yeah. That was the 2017 roster.
Yeah. Because I remember I met them in real life, like during that time. So for sure. And I think B-Kid was the tank, right?
Yeah, so he tanked for all of 2017.
Yeah.
He was an off-laner for the first half of HCC in 2018. And then Gale Force Esports disbanded, and he was the tank for Endemic again, I believe.
Okay, yeah, all right. I mean, to be fair, like in terms of offlane, like let's say Liam is out of the picture, you have like Kure, right? Kure plays an insane offlane as well.
Well, that's true, actually. Wait.
And I heard Kettle's Tassada is insane, so maybe B-Kid tank, Kettle range carry or something. I don't know. They can flex over a bit.
Just swap all the roles around.
Yeah.
No problems will result from this.
Yeah, we will see. But you could put Kure on offlane, honestly, without any issues, if someone feels like okay on ranged. But maybe Kure wants to be part of the 4-man, and then you just give the offlane like something safe and tell him to, soak at the gate.
I mean, my experience with that isn't usually it's a mechanical issue, right? Normally people can play other heroes, and sometimes you're forced to fill an SL. You get some amount of practice on it. You know what you prefer to play in a given role. It's how weird it makes comms, because different people are feeding different types of information now from what they see, or like your shot caller is suddenly in the off lane and they're trying to micro you, but it's making them not look at what they're doing. Like it's the way it breaks shot calling that makes me hate roll swaps. It's not like people can't play other heroes.
It's not only shot calling, it's like people, the way they rotate as well. Like if you are very comfortable on your hero and your role and you fully understand what your job is, no one needs you to tell where to go or do anything, right? So you do it very naturally. Like you kill the last minion, and then you already know where to go, where to be, and then the map feels a lot more like in your control. If people are not fully aware of that and they need like a few seconds or maybe even someone to tell them, like we want to do this, then you lose precious time sometimes. So yeah, I mean, it's true, right? It's just when people are off rolling, it's a little bit more clunky usually. That's what it boils down to. We will see though. Maybe like I mean we will see, right? Maybe is B-Kid even around? That is the other question, no?
I don't know. This is one of those things, right? Like we always had on Oxygen, like last 3 seasons, we always had our sub available for game day, just in case someone had internet issues. Because Madara did have internet issues when he was playing at home. They mostly got fixed when he went to college. His college had better internet, but not every team has the same policy, right? Not every team has the policy. Your sub needs to be available for game day no matter what, just in case something happens.
I mean, honestly, like I think Rutso is usually around, but we are not telling him like you have to be there. But you told him? Okay.
Yeah, I check in with him. He knows the schedule.
Okay, yeah, then yeah. Because you're right, like for sure, not every team that like the 6 players not always like 100% around. But yeah, there can be issues like this that happen like without you scheduling it, right? Because usually if someone says like, okay, this weekend I can't play, then the 6th player he knows. But sometimes last minute things go wrong. So wait, what are they saying on mainstream?
Wisdom. My name is Bahamut, joined by Grubby and
I'm curious what
Justin,
they're saying
and
on
we got our
HaeBin stream.
player
I'm gonna
back
look at the lobby
into
chat.
the lobby, so we are going to get into Battlefield in just a second here. So while we are waiting for the load up, Grubby,
So okay.
How's your Stormly going?
Battlefield is gonna be the next map. They just confirmed they are loading into. So I think we're getting a game.
Someone in the lobby said we think his issues are fixed or something. It's partially covered up, but
yeah. Yeah, I think that's the like as I said, like sometimes he had lags and then there was nothing really he could do about it, but you know, it randomly happened and then it randomly disappeared.
yeah,
like just problems with his ISP, I guess.
It feels so bad to lose to lag too, because it has happened. Even in HGC, there were games where someone was just uncontrollably lagging and there was nothing they could do about it, but they were forced to play. And,
luckily, Liam won, right? Map 1. But yeah.
I mean, we like Muradin bot undefeated in any HGC.
True.
There were 2 games where someone lagged so bad they DC'd and teams were just forced to play with a bot.
I remember, yeah, the Muradin bot. Yeah, alright. Looks like everyone is back. If this lobby drops, guys, like, because if you have micro DCs in the draft, the lobby instantly drops, so we know that Liam still has issues. But for now it looks fine. Chromie ban, actually. WildHeart. Not gonna be part of the Chromie meta. And Irel. Okay.
well, they don't want to deal with Junkrat on Battlefield of Eternity either. No one wants to deal with Junkrat on any map, to be honest. Like, apparently Junkrat is just OP. And Zergling
gets his Blaze again. Gleaming Anubrak.
Here's one of those things we always got to ask: can they kill Diablo at this point? Like, what do you do? What tech pick do they have in their back pocket if Diablo is picked here?
So if it's like Diablo Brightwing or Diablo, yeah, I don't know if you want the Tracer now, but like it could be Diablo something. How do you get rid of him? Yeah.
Now you're thinking about it.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, hello.
Oh, it's Rhaegar Diablo.
Rhaegar Diablo. Okay. Wait, do you have the clean feed, Benny?
I think ditto.
Good.
Okay, nice.
I see a noob Ming. Oh. Actually, pretty strange opening on Battlefield so far, I feel like.
By 30k or overall?
Honestly, both teams. Like Rhaegar Diablo. I mean, the Blaze is, I guess, given, but Rhaegar Diablo and a noob Ming, both kind of surprising, I think.
Dark man.
It could have been like Hanzo plus something for 30k. I think like Ming or Hanzo is totally fine to get one of them.
No.
And I think the Diablo, when you see the Ming, is fine as well, actually.
Yeah, it is good into a noob as well.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't love the Rhaegar. Rhaegar Diablo, like Ancestral, even Ancestral is like doesn't always bounce the Diablo's health back to full. If they pick something that can actually threaten the Diablo, it's going to be a problem that he doesn't have a Diablo type healer.
That's very true, actually. Rhaegar, pretty unimpactful in that department. Even with Ancestral, it's like you get Ancestral and like, oh, I'm gonna be full HP, and then it hits like 20% of your HP.
Yeah, I mean,
a
full Souls Diablo is a tough thing to boost back up, and there's the Tychus. Like...
Tychus and Dehaka. Tychus to deal with the Diablo, like we talked about, right? What is the hero? And it's pretty straightforward, like Tychus works well for that. I feel like he's not the greatest on the map. Like, I personally don't like to play Tychus that much on BOE, but I mean, he's gonna do his job, right? He's there to drill the Diablo, and if they ever get the objective, he can push with Odin as well.
I mean, Tychus is a win more hero on Battlefield of Eternity.
But it's also, if you have the Ming, right? You secure that race department, then I think you're allowed to pick something like that.
True, true.
So
WildHeart's race is insane, though. Look at the heroes. If they get to hit the boss, they get it so quick. At least.
And like the only thing 30k has left to pick is support. The only support that has race is Kerosene, which is not going to work really. Okay, they pick Sugov. So 30k has to win the team fight, but they have the tools to potentially pick up the Diablo. WildHeart ideally wins race, and that's their game plan.
Stukov last pick with 0 other tools, like in terms of like helping, right? That's usually Like we see it getting punished more often. Then again, WildHeart doesn't really have a good draft to run at him or dive on him, I think. So you might get away with it. But then again, sometimes, like Stukov, like he doesn't have cleanse, right? So maybe your front line just dies.
Yeah, I think that's the way you punish the Stukov.
Yeah.
Killing the front line.
Yeah.
Usually.
Like I think yesterday we saw like a Storm. Who did they play against?
Chili Mountain.
Ah, yeah. And we saw like the Muradin just jumping onto Stukov, kind of like that worked as well because they had no damage for the Muradin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, as Benny
was
said, like you
left.
can just kill the front line as well because he can't cleanse. Like what I don't like about Tigers on this map, like if it gets to the stale position in mid, it's so awkward to use your Odin. Because if you pop Odin, it doesn't really deal that much damage to the Immortal when you hit it either, and it feels so wasted to do it. But you can't really, like even if you pop Odin and you push forward, it's still in the opponent's Immortal, right? So they are more willing to defend it because they have like the boss stuns and so on. So like it doesn't even push them really out. That's why I don't like Tigers too much on this map.
So the Odin only feels good when you've already won the Immortal.
Kind of, yeah. That's how I feel about it. It gets a bit different on 20 because it lasts so long. But on, you know, you're not always getting to 20 on this map either. Wait, we have team comps already.
You also, I mean, also they picked Tychus specifically to kill. Oh, we'll listen to comms first.
Yeah.
Seen anything yet? Okay. Good call.
He stomped. I might get a drag on him.
If you do, you might die.
Yeah, it's insane.
I got his jump maybe.
Upwards, just
yeah.
He might die. Oh,
good damage, good damage.
I got it actually.
Wisp sees me, by the way.
They have 3 bottom, or 2 bottom. Don't see Diablo.
I don't want to step too far.
Diablo bot, Diablo bot.
Okay, nice.
You get
I
those
got trade again.
Yeah. Nice.
I can't get that.
So we're 3v3, 2v2. I
I'm
think this is
just
fine.
chunking him. I'm kind of. I'm gonna
Okay.
die.
I have to reset.
Don't have a heal.
Fine, I think.
Not gonna reach.
Oh wow, this guy's crazy.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to get anything down here.
They're getting a decent amount of value still up.
Okay, maybe someone.
Leaving those 30k comms, we got to hear a little bit of the initiation. Almost.
All right. Sorry, what did you, yeah, finish your
I was
point.
gonna say, my other problem with Odin is that if you drafted Tychus specifically to kill Diablo and you're an Odin, you can't kill Diablo anymore. Your comp is unable to kill it. Like Priz season 1, I think was maybe the only person who would go laser whenever we drafted Tychus specifically for trait, because he never wanted to get into Odin if his job was to be able to kill a specific tank on the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, for sure. That's true. We see like 3v2. The
Not sure why
Greymane.
Greymane didn't jump in there. He for sure could have reached with if you have went for it, I think.
I think he was just low. Like they were playing for the camp, right? So as soon as they were gonna get the camp, and now he has a little bit more health on the push. Because if he jumped in, he would have lost some health, and he may or may not have gotten the kill. But now he has full health, so he can keep pushing. Very slow play.
True, actually.
This was very
Yeah,
good for WildHeart, though. I think what happened, right?
Yeah.
This looks very good early game. They might even. Never mind. They should live. Yeah, dodge the.
I mean, they almost got a kill in the 4v3.
Yeah,
Like, it was actually pretty close. That would have been insanely good.
Leming is one. Wait. Kure was 1 HP on bottom. He based. We didn't see it. I saw it on the on the top screen. You know, like the HP bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Greedy for that last extra damage.
Yeah.
That was Lunara Diablo. Almost got him. Bot lane.
Hard camp from both teams. Timed perfection, most likely. We will see.
I think this game will be okay. We see a place. He's just right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it will be about who controls the vision around Diablo, and if they can get on Diablo with 30k draft when Blaze is not close, then I think they will have a very easy time. Because they drag him away and just kills him with no attack speed reduction on Tychus or something. But if WildHeart plays it well, like they should kinda out the win. Like 30k has to make something happen. But yeah, that obviously ends up differently since 30k got a kill now.
Yeah, the leak on the Blaze.
It looks like MasonBlaze is gonna solo race in Greymane while they defend his 4. I like that.
Not sure if they can this early though. I think the Diablo just dies.
No, it's fine. No. I think you plan on losing this immortal. You just lower the shield. I mean, you entered early game, right? So you take the scraps.
Yeah.
So Greymane hits the boss. I mean, if it's a miracle, you get it, but you probably just lower the shields because you fucked up earlier. I mean, it happens. It's okay. Like, and you see the shield is gonna be very small. No one died. I think this is okay.
Yeah.
Like, given
I mean,
what
they
happened.
were very close to dying though, right?
Yeah. Diablo could have maybe died.
Shadow with a blind E into the bush. All he found is a wisp. Feels bad.
He went fishing and got like a boot or a shoe. A shoe is the word.
Yeah. Yo, but killing the wisp or getting it is good, right? But yeah.
It's better than a shoe. But...
So shield gone, that means the Immortal's going to go into melee mode, and it shouldn't get much more than the wall. A wall's a pretty good result for a first Immortal, honestly, overall.
Half a pot probably, I think, is where we end up. One more Ming combo.
I mean, the Diablo has to play very safe at this stage, right? And I think HaeBin is doing it correctly, but it also means they lose more structures than they would normally do. This is a 5v4 though, but the Haka has to... Does he go?
They have the Wisp gives them infinite vision. Oh, he missed the stun.
Legacy dies.
Still good though.
Still possible of a counter kill. Oh, another stun.
Yeah, this one he landed. It's licked though.
Yeah, that's
HP.
the level 1 it worked right there.
Oh, but the Wisp gave them so much control over the fight, right?
Yeah,
they completely.
That's insane for WildHeart. Oh, did you get it? Okay. MasonBlaze was gonna Q the Tychus for some.
Kure has no mana, or very little mana. Actually, everyone is low. They're dying to the cocktails.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kure is still doing.
Wait, Kure blinked?
Kure has
Why
no
did he?
mana.
He wasn't gonna.
I figured it out. Kure was inting. That's what he was still doing.
Kure was inting? Did he call it? Probably, right? The guys are inting. Oh fuck, I actually did. Totem tanks a bit. Fort is lower than WildHeart, but they can't quite get it.
Yeah, I mean they're just out of resources, right? They have 2 people backing. They can rotate, but they can't really push anymore.
So did they lose a top wave, by the way? Did WildHeart lose a top wave, or like?
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, they got a few most likely.
Yeah, because Blaze was down here for a while, right? Yeah.
That's why the XP is still kind of even after those kills. I guess it's.
I don't know if they go. So they're gonna get top camp in exchange for this damage. It doesn't look like the fort's actually gonna go down. So that's an okay trade.
I think it was okay, not ideal, right? But
yeah,
I think it favors 30k.
Yeah. But they're still look at the race to 10 though. This is okay. Like if you don't die in the next 10 seconds, you have 10, and then you. Actually, you just do the same split. Greymane hits and the others defend, I think.
Yeah.
The Wisp is so insane, but it died.
Get 10 and then force half, I think.
Tychus, when he has level 7, 1 grenade kills the Wisp. So if he knows where it went, you throw the grenade because it lingers. Yeah.
HaeBin wants this. This takes everything.
They're stealing
he's pinging it. Look at it, my camp. And I mean, it's before 10, so they get it.
It was a good call, actually.
Yeah.
Because it feels bad when you hit 10 and you can't get anything.
Oh my god, the damage.
Oh wow.
Oh,
if he'd been 13, Collision Course would have actually resulted in a kill there onto Kure.
Yeah, or the second Vines would have maybe killed it, but yeah.
But meanwhile, Greymane just getting it for free.
Yeah, this is
30k just super panicking. This is looking very good for WildHeart so far.
There was the Vines, right? Like it's pretty big. Like the range is so good to follow up there.
Yeah, and he got the Q proc of it.
Yeah.
7Q.
And then
they're gonna have hard pushing bottom and the Immortal pushing top. They're shoved out in both lanes. That's really good for them.
And he burrowed. Keep that in mind. Like he panic burrowed in when his team was in trouble.
True.
Go for the throat, by the way. I don't know if we talked about it, but.
Oh. It makes sense, right? They're trying to kill the Ming. They're trying to kill maybe the Anubarak, which the over the throat is almost as much damage as the bullet.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah.
I mean, it pressures the Ming a lot, right? Like he has to be way more careful positioning-wise. Can't just blink in.
And it's not like he's Q at 7. He is E at 7, so he is trying to look for those blink-ins.
Yeah. playing it kinda safe, getting wall, going to defend bot fort or getting bot fort, I guess. Well done by WildHeart.
And that Odin was so good on the defense. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it helps, right? But I don't know, like yeah. They still lost the keep wall, but like the Tychus pick, like as I said, I feel like it's a bit awkward on this map. Bottom easy camp once again. Diablo, Jukes is done, and Anup is in trouble, no?
Yeah, these blindies are gonna get Cattle in trouble at some point during the series, I think.
What build is he running?
I believe he is W. At
he's fast. That's actually.
He's W at 1. I don't know about the rest of this time.
Yeah.
He'll flash. There you go. He's W,
Oh,
Q, E.
Okay.
It's a special build.
I mean, this is a very good full W build game into this team. Like, you will always get perma resets on W versus Diablo Lunara, even Rhaegar and Blaze, honestly. Like, everything they have out.
And Lightning Breath. You can stand in Lightning Breath with W7 and get a reset.
That is true. Yeah, that's actually nasty. Yeah, you're right. You can do that. When you maybe you die because everyone else is gonna hit you as well, but you can do that. Yeah. WildHeart is playing the map, getting another easy camp. They're actually timing it. We see Greymane waiting.
Very smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's as I said before. Like, if they can manage to get Diablo when he split from like the place, like he can die very fast even to the Meng. Because if they get the CC chain, maybe it doesn't get spell shield off. Like Tychus just shreds him.
But there's two people with cleanse. It's hard, no?
But the Rhaegar one is very short range.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But the Lunara one isn't. The Lunara one has like 8 range.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true, the Lunara one. But yeah, actually, how does it work with the drag? Like, if you like this duration part of it. I mean,
it has the duration of drag. So drag baseline is 1.75.
Oh, what? That's a
hey?
Yeah. Liam finding the lick.
And another one.
And HaeBin is getting boss stunned. Ay. Didn't press any of his buttons. At least Rhaegar got out because he was cocooned.
Was WildHeart super split up there, or like?
Greymane lost his W, so he didn't have movement speed, and then he burrowed under the bush below.
Yeah, they were a little split. Do you guys think they should have been racing there? Considering that they had the lane advantage, they could have just played defense.
I think defense is better to start with usually.
Much better for the draft as well.
And yeah, I guess Dehaka was bottom, right? So if you poke into the tops, like he has a good burrow there. Like if you just go to the bottom side, the Dehaka lane becomes very awkward, right? Because I don't know, like he doesn't want to be there anymore. But I mean, it's still 50-50, right? Luckily they cut loss. I mean, I guess Diablo died, but he respawns.
Yeah. And given the latest patch, he has 35 souls now instead of 10, which you otherwise would have had.
Yeah.
Which is a huge difference, actually.
Stukov no E. I no shot.
And I mean
they're losing.
Has to go, right?
Hurricane has to do something, yeah.
And they are manning up. Odin. Actually, for this, Odin is kind of fine.
Yeah, let's see.
So, like, poke racing.
See how much they get out of it.
Good dodge. Bunker. Rhaegar cocoon. Can he
Lunara can open it.
Mistimed. But the follow-up? No, WearyDay gets the Ancestral off.
Alt R.
Dehaka died. Liam died meanwhile.
Yeah.
So he just have to shield now. Don't get one shot.
He has go for the throw reset, I think.
Oh, but
or maybe he never used
Zergling.
it.
Oh no!
Ay, the boss stuns. Ach, yeah. It was a boss stun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pushed on Shane CC.
Okay.
Another 5v4.
And he might kill another one. Cure's ready.
No,
oh! And he lives. Oh my god. Yeah.
But you hate to see it though. Like they do the right thing. I mean, Rhaegar survives. They get a kill. All they need to do is chill. They would probably kill more. But
they even have tidal waves at 13. If they had just waited like 2 Qs, they would have been so much healthier.
Zergling not being as patient as he said he was in the interview. To trigger happy there.
Yeah.
Wanted to do his 12th stun of the team fight.
You need you need the quack nicks. Like you get a kill and then instantly the shot reset. just play for
Yeah.
cooldowns, something like that is I think what Quacknix instantly says all the time. You do it
That's
actually
what
as
we always
well.
do as well.
Yeah,
that's what we always-
like we try, and I think we got better at it, but sometimes we are still going to Tega.
I mean, you can't control some of our players.
I know,
like,
yeah.
Yasuo's gonna dive hero or Nick is like on something, like they're one screen away, like solo killing someone. And you just have to hope.
Yeah.
Hope they don't get killed in return.
And that's the thing, right? Like sometimes they do something insane, right? And then they do get like another kill for free, and like calling them back sounds is weird, but yeah. Usually you only need the single kill to secure the objectives, especially when the death timer is high like this.
Looks like 30k is willing to stay here and just sort of brawl. They do have, I think Burrow is available. I believe Daka walked up here, so they can Burrow bottom whenever he thinks he's going to start missing soak. He starts walking out. Wisp gets moved. Instant Wisp movement there on the minimap as soon as Daka walks anywhere near that same bush.
Ooh, Zergling. Needs some assistance here. Okay, he uses his bunker. Greymane tried to eat. Actually, this is a fat one by Diablo. Can anyone follow up though?
Oh, oh my god.
Oh, he sidestepped. Oh, they go for the throat though. Tychus is gonna win the duel on bottom. Oh, he didn't.
No, he had a second. He had a second charge to go for the throat from the reset.
Yeah.
Kure, if someone can get him over the wall, they're pinging it.
Yeah, but
it's not gonna happen.
Liam might be fine. The knockback. No, Diablo was.
no,
He's invisible though. Yeah.
Yeah, no reveal.
Look at Cattle.
Ooh.
Going for a walk. Oh, he's alive. Oh!
Really nice by Zergling there. Zergling waited out the shield duration so that the shield expired, and then he started hitting him.
Yeah. I would have missed the Q if I was the Blaze there, but that's a different story. At least they got the kill, right? On the way out, because now 30 seconds without your front.
Yeah, WildHeart really needed this.
Yeah.
HaeBin back at full souls as a result of that brawl as well. It's huge.
And it was kind of like random 5v5 top lane. We just agreed to Aram, right? And they won the fight, yeah. I guess it started with
Diablo got onto Stukov.
bunker out, right? But Diablo had a very good start to the fight. Kind of meleeing the Stukov with the lightning breath. He took so much damage. Yeah.
This isn't. I'm actually pretty sure Legacy died there from not going Super Strain, because Diablo's E stuns twice, so Super Strain actually procs twice off of it, and he was at like 100 health and then got autoed once and died. So he would have had at least 700 extra health.
Wait, the E stuns twice?
Yes, so E stuns once when you lift them up and once when you put them down to make the animation look clean. That's the way it's coded. So a full Diablo combo will trigger Super Strain 3 times, one on the Q and twice on the E.
That's like for Stukov, that's very juicy to know. The build he went though, it's good as well, because you get the.
But you don't pick this 16 with this level 4, no? You pick the D on 4 if you want.
Yeah, I don't know about this level 4. This is the armor, right? But
the armor.
Yeah, it's biotic armor into the Greymane.
But the 1 and the 16 is like what Ixia, you know, you have like 2 very fat heals.
Yeah, I remember.
But
getting farm blade.
But what Cav says is true actually. It's kind of insane, right, for Stukov.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, Super Strain will heal you for more damage than Diablo does. So
yeah, the healing is insane actually. If I know. Like Super Strain is a good talent for sure. Like
it also counteracts if Blaze gets a huge stun, right? Like it does no damage if people have a Q.
I'm really surprised he's not Super Strain into this comp with all these giant area.
That is,
but then you would need CDR on 4, right? To have like Q up more often. Or would you still go armor?
No, you don't have to. You can still go biotic armor. Because your sustain healing over time with just Q is whatever, right? It's really your D, and your CDR and D talents are at 7, if that's something you feel like you need.
Guys, I think they are ending. Just real quick. Maybe WildHeart picks up the map here. Oh, a fat play stun!
Oh, he reached him. HaeBin long arms. And now
he's getting drilled, but look at him! Spitting fire! Dies though, the Leeming resets. Leeming resets.
MasonBlaze is on core and got an ancestral.
He was
okay.
Everyone else fiested while Greymane just hit core. That's how you end the game right there.
Greymane, if he reaches the core, it's like the Sonya, right? They deal so much damage on the core, like when they finally
you have
get
the attack speed on 16 as well?
Yeah, I believe he had Eager Wolf as well.
So
his PvE damage is next level Lutana reincarnated.
Yeah.
So Liam apparently, I mean, he was disconnecting or something again, right? Something was going on there while they were pushing. But yeah, WildHeart takes the map. 1-1. Honestly, from start to finish, pretty clean. Besides the
weird int at top.
The weird int on top, yeah. And I guess like after the kill into the, that was a bit weird as well. But
I think Zergling had like he was very coin flip this game. Like he got some huge stuns and some big pro engages as well. Like if he was a bit more consistent and like only went in the good opportunities, and eliminated those like bad situations, I think it would have been a very different game.
Yeah, because they won the early game pretty hard as well, right? They were 10 versus 9. Like they had a good early game, and then
that's the bait of that level 1 talent though. If you're Neural, you want to E and then hit it, and so you get CDR, so you can E again. So you try to go for the first E you have, knowing you'll have a second one in like 4 or 5 seconds. But it's better to just wait for the good E and then hit a second one rather than try to force it.
But I feel like they have a draft where they shouldn't even try to force it to begin with. Like they should only be reactive in the beginning of, and then counter engage, and then you can do whatever. But it's only if you E in and miss, then that's like how you actually throw this game.
I mean, and we saw that happen. Actually, we saw that happen once where they won the fight and once where they lost.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Bunker, you have Ancestral, right? There's things to save you.
But it's not to save you, but like they can just go past you if you E and miss, and you will also like force resources, right? Like the Rhaegar will run up, then a noob can get a cocoon on him or something.
That's true, yeah.
Or might even go on him and kill him.
Yeah.
But
so you're saying risks are bad to take when they're not guaranteed to get value?
Not necessarily, but if you have a draft that auto wins, then you should not look to go in that much, I think.
I mean, I'm saying it again, right? The top lane, 16, like they just decided to fight. Both teams were like showing. Dehaka even came. He was like, "Yo, guys, I'm here to fight. Let's see what we can get."
The handshake ARAM top lane.
Yeah, and I mean, WildHeart won it fair and square, and then the immortal they got out of it actually ended the game. So Liam, because he was on Dehaka, right? He's kind of the guy that should get the side soak and drag out the game a bit. But yeah, instead, I mean, maybe he was lagging hard or something. I don't know what was going on, but yeah. Looked a bit odd. I guess if you lose the team fight, level 16 plus, you're dead long enough, so it actually matters.
Yeah.
So if we think of the draft, the Anub'arak Liming opening, I mean, Kure had one set of very good resets, right? But it was kind of WildHeart inting that fight. Other than that, wasn't too impactful. Neither Anub'arak nor the Liming, right? I think.
I think the Ming is always fine, as you said, to pick like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, the Anub is like it's a deny, right? But I feel like it's worse if they have Diablo than if they have Anub. And I don't think you want Anub into Diablo, unless you can like dive him and kill him all the time, which they couldn't really.
Yeah, they picked the Tigers for it, but they couldn't really, right? Yeah, they needed a lick for that.
Like they needed or Garrosh or something, like if they want to play like that. Like I think Garrosh Tigers would be a fine option. But
yeah.
Since they committed to the Anub, then I don't know.
Garrosh, actually, it was Lunara Greymane, right? Yeah. So Lunara is very tough for the Garrosh. Greymane, it's okay, I think, to play into.
I mean, the draft would have probably looked different.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
they didn't pick Anub early.
Yeah, I mean, but, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was fine what they went for, but I do feel like WildHeart really won the draft.
Yeah, they definitely had better matchups. They had better comp for the map with the race. The comp that has better race is always the comp that can be proactive on Battlefield.
And the Rhaegar pick, in hindsight, we weren't sure about it, right? But it actually looked pretty good, I think, throughout the game.
Oh, yeah. It actually ended up doing a lot. It's
I'm
also
not sure if it was the best one, but it was fine for sure.
I mean, Brightwing Z is 2 seconds, right? Ancestral is 1 second. So that's a big difference when you're trying to think about denying Ming resets. In that sense, it's very safe. But they could have drafted anti-heal, right? They had 3 more picks to potentially pick up something to deny the ancestral value, and they just didn't pick any anti.
And no Overwatch heroes, right? Like Brightwing is better against those, like Genji, Tracer, like a melee, something like that. Yeah, but it was Liming and Tychus, so yeah, there's nothing that's flying around, so you play a lot more front to back, and I think Rhaegar is fine for that, honestly. So there's gonna be a small break, right? No?
Yeah, there's going to be a 5-minute break because of the thing. Also, I think Liam is still trying to restart his router and fix his lag.
Yeah. That's unlucky for him, man, that it happens tonight.
He had some issues last season as well, right?
Yeah, I talked about it. It's exactly the same, right? I think it randomly happens, and he can't really fix it because it's not in his hands. Like it's his ISP, right? So. Yeah.
I had an ISP once who would always run maintenance for their residential districts at like noon because they figured, oh, everyone's at work, no one's home. I work from home.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating. Like once a month, I would just not have internet for a couple of hours in the middle of the day.
Wow. It's hard to plan around it as well. If it's not the same day every month. And even like then, it sucks, right?
Yeah, eventually I called them and asked them for the maintenance schedule, and they gave it to me, and I went to the library instead. It was fine.
Yeah, it still sucks though, but yeah. Like I think for Liam it comes out of the blue, honestly. I don't think he has any impact on it, sadly.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe they're trying to get BCAT in. I mean, we talked about it. I'm curious to see how they swap the roles, if he has to play. But I think WildHeart though, they look good both maps, no? I think.
I think they looked strong. Like again, their coordination was really clean both games, and that counts for a lot. And it's what you expect from a roster that hasn't changed very much. Although I say that, but they do have a new tank, and tanking is kind of arguably the most important thing in competitive HOT. So how new tank can, in many ways, give you a completely different team. But according to Zergling's interview, everyone wanted to play more aggressively, and HaeBin is an aggressive tank. So in that sense, it's good for them.
I mean, it seems to work.
Last season as well, I mean, Tremor was kind of similar, right? Like they were pretty similar, no?
He played a lot of Garrosh though, right?
Yeah.
But wasn't he also like...
Tremor looked for picks, right? And picks are not the same thing as skirmishing. Korean tanks always look to go in and like have these extended skirmishes. It's very different.
Yeah, that's true.
40 seconds, it says. Maybe I can find out the map, actually. Let's see. Heroes Hearth. Lobby check in 2, I assume? Yeah, because we were 1. Next map is going to be Dragonshire.
Ooh. Wait, who picked it?
First pick for 30k. So WildHeart picked it, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, that's bold, in my opinion.
We'll see.
So the best team in each region during HGC always also had the best win rate on Dragonshire, and it was like a strict descending order of win rate for the map. So in my mind, the better team should always win on Dragonshire, assuming both teams are having a good day, right? And no mismatches in performance. So whenever you pick Dragonshire, I always think of it as you saying we're the better team. That's a bold statement by WildHeart, in my opinion. In a 1-1 series.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a map they just practiced a lot and it felt good in practice. I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting dynamic in terms of drafting, I feel like, on Dragon, because both top lane and bot lane anchors, like, they are important, but the 3-man also matters big time in mid.
Yeah, it's a complicated map, and normally we see 1-3-1, but there are drafts you can do that are really just 1-4, and you build something like a death ball that has insane wave clear, and therefore it's allowed to rotate as 4, and it gives you opportunities to do some things. like invade siege more aggressively than you would be able to otherwise. But it's still really hard to beat a 1-3-1. Like, and the drafts that do other stuff tend to be very specific and depend on some heroes. And it's in some cases it's almost a knowledge check in the draft, right? Either you know this strat exists and you can ban the correct heroes once you see it coming, or you don't know this strat exists and then you're gonna have problems.
Yeah. Tyker's level 4 last year. I didn't see. Did he? I assume he went Master Assassin, right? Because
he was Master Assassin.
Yeah. And if you wanna pressure Diablo, then I think the bigger they are is to go for. But
it is hard to finish him off though. That game with the heroes.
With Lunara, yeah. Like we had this problem.
But do you think Master Assassin is better in that case then? Like, because
no, I still think you go Brigadier for sure.
Okay, yeah.
You don't like just not because we talked about it as well. Like Rhaegar has a hard time healing Diablo up. Like you don't need to get the kill. Just get him so low that he can't go in, and then you basically nullify Diablo completely.
Kind of, yeah.
The problem is though he can go in easier at low HP if you have Brigadier, because you can't actually kill him with the Ming Tychus.
I mean, this goes back to what we were talking about at the start of the game, right? Master Assassin is also the only talent that benefits Odin. So if you're going to go Odin, you should usually go Master's Assassin with some exceptions. But because they can't kill Diablo if Odin exists, I think that game should have been Laser, and then that opens up your 4 a lot more. That could have been in the Rhythm Laser, and I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure with the I still don't like the Tychus Anub then. Like, I feel like maybe the draft overall was a bit out of sync, honestly. I feel like the Tychus pick was a bit of a band-aid and it didn't really fix what they needed.
Yeah. I mean, they could have picked Greymane, right? Instead, because it was the 3-4 and Greymane was picking the 4-5 for WildHeart. But then they have Greymane into Blaze, which is also weird.
They done the Diablo now, they're done.
If you're gonna open up with Ming, I think you gotta expect the enemy team's gonna pick Diablo.
Yeah. I agree on that, yeah. And I guess if it's not Diablo, it's Anubarak, and maybe that's why they picked these two together. But it was a bit awkward, I think. Oh, they focused the tanks completely. Look at that. Muradin Band as well. 30k will have first pick. Could be offlane or Brightwing.
It's like they like Brightwing, right?
Or Johanna? Yeah.
Ooh,
there she is actually. I mean, you ban 2 tanks, right? You might as well pick one then, if you think.
True.
Yeah.
And it makes the Anub Johanna be like the best remaining ones. And Johanna has a favorable matchup there by just getting mid control, making it way harder for Anub to actually get things done.
I mean, Anub is the best tank left on the map, right? But Anub is not a good tank into Johanna, so WildHeart has to decide if they want to change it up. Looks like they're going to hold and see.
I think you go Tyrael actually down the road.
Yeah, very likely.
That would be my feeling if I see these bans and like Johanna getting picked.
We could see but it's awkward. If they think they can get CC on Johanna, like I think Garrosh could be fine. Like I think Garrosh is fine into it, but it's only if you can get CC on her.
And by the way, so Lunara Brightwing, right? Maybe Blaze plus one of them was better, but I don't know.
I mean, it's the Wisp, right? They're doing the vision control and they're pre-countering ganks by having the Z. But Brightwing can die if she Z's onto a target and Joe is gets a condemn onto both of them. There's still a chance that both people die instead of just one.
Maybe Brightwing Blaze is the opening, and you give away the Lunara if you have to. But I'm not sure. It's a bit hard actually. I think all 3 are very good, and you want to have 2 of them.
Also interesting Zag ban. Zag is really good into most tanks, but Johanna can actually blind the Roachling. So Zag spike at 16 into Joe specifically is weaker than almost any other tank.
Interesting.
I think it's still pretty rough into
it's just less rough. Oh, that's a hogger. And
I was gonna say
they stuck with the noob.
they don't need to prio the offlane. I think the Lunara is better to prio, like prio the bot lane, because she's so insane in the bot lane. And there are other good offlaners like the Hogger, for example, or I mean even Irel or
I mean, the Haka still up, right?
Yeah, the Haka as well.
They could play globals if they wanted to.
Yeah. I just think like Blaze is so strong in team fights, but I guess on Dragonshire you can actually try to avoid it. There's Rhaegar and Chromie.
They don't have a real cleanse. They have Lunara cleanse, but it doesn't deal with loop.
So what do you pick if you're ibtingz here? Could be a third melee. Could be Hanzo? Actually, no. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they lost the draft. I don't think there's a pick that salvages it. Okay. They picked Tychus into Johanna.
Tychus.
So,
I feel like Tychus doesn't.
Tychus doesn't die post 13 to loop, right? Because he can Neo steal it, but he's terrible into at least 3 of the enemy heroes.
Yeah, so kind of awkward. 2-3 or 4-5.
So did we fuck up our 1-2 or 3-4 if we think this draft was rough? Like, is it the Lunara Brightwing opening or the Hogger Anoop?
I think we fucked up the 1-2, but I also think picking a tank into Joe first pick that's bad into Joe, even if it's good on the map, is incorrect. That needed to be. I think I agree with you. I think that needed to be Tyrael, and then you draft expecting that you're going to pick Tyrael.
Maybe Tyrael. And then you can maybe get like a Tracer or a Genji or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure actually. I feel, it looked a bit hard, honestly, but we will see. Maybe they're doing it.
Lunara isn't that good into Blaze either in full-on team fights because you can hop into bunker to cleanse the poison.
Yeah.
So like they could have done like Brightwing Hogger 1-2 and had much more flexibility for their 3-4-5, and they could have picked something that worked with. They could have picked Tyrael and then picked something that worked with Tyrael.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you have to give something up, right? And like you cannot, like you want 3 heroes, but you can only pick 2. Like Benny said, the Lunara for bottom. I actually think you should pick the Lunara as well. That's my feeling, but because she's like your good anchor, she gives vision, which is gonna help throughout the whole game. But let's see. And that's kind of like the second pick, right? So they had the last pick, but sometimes you don't see exactly what hero you should get, right? Even though you have the full picture. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think Tychus was good here, but they had to pick something. And if you can't come up with the answer within 30 seconds, then might be rough anyways.
It's actually going to be Syl anchoring bottom, Chromie mid.
Maybe...
I wonder if that's temporary or if they actually plan to run it that way.
Nah, I think they will swap. Sylvanas will go to camps, I think. I think he was cheesing level 1, that's why they started like... Yeah, Chromie is going down now.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, Chromie's on the camp. Syl's still bottom.
What?
Tychus is going to do top while Hogger does the camp alone. I like it. Is Zergling going to mess with the spin? Zergling is not going to mess with the spin. Nice. No, he messed with the spin.
Oh, that's rough, no? It's gonna cost him a lot more HP.
You can do that camp in 16 seconds right at level 1 if you do the spin correctly. Messing up the spin adds at least 8 seconds. You can see he got it out at 26 seconds, so he finished at 24 and then had to cap it.
Copenhagen's eyes are bleeding after he saw the spin. He's like, not like this. So big rotation on Hogger here. 3 people are showing. Oh, another pause.
And we're paused.
Actually, he's disconnected. We saw it, right? He was. The name was Blaze. Yeah. So Liam is having massive internet issues, I think. Actually.
It sucks. I mean, honestly, it sucks for both teams. But for me, it's worse when I play on the other team that's playing into it. If it's your own team, like it sucks, but I feel like it's way more annoying for the other team actually when these things happen.
It's kind of tilting for both, I would say. Or Respect.
Both of these teams are 2-0 right now in the standings as well. So this, whoever ends up winning the series, the other team will have their first series loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HaeBin gets onto Rhaegar. Rhaegar has spell armor though, I mean the camp. And HaeBin will. Oh, he just dies.
Yep. Yeah, you have to be very certain that you can get the kill when you E in as a Nubrak, because you will always get counter killed. Like the way I always put it is, someone's gonna die when a Nubrak is in, and hopefully it's not you.
And they got the dragon. And Brightwing didn't Z to top while Anub was going in. I feel like everything escalated here. Well, let's try to save the forts, I guess.
I mean, I think they're gonna lose all the port walls, right? And top wall's dead. I think Dragon Knight got mid wall. Bottom wall already got a little bit of chip damage on it from the Silchies early, so they can. Yeah, they have 22 seconds. They can walk it down and get bottom wall. I think they can get all 3 walls off first decay, which is insane. Like that should not ever happen. But
good
they're
part
really
of WildHeart is though that 30k don't really have a draft that can punish them not having walls. Like they don't have any of the jump tanks. They can't really. Like they don't really dive. I mean, still dives, but they don't really have that type of draw. But obviously losing the wall sucks. And the bot one probably gonna see fall now. It dies very fast actually. They don't even have time to get there. Were they looking for a
and that's a problem, right? They don't even have time to get there. That implies that the anchor left. The anchor should not be leaving bot.
Well,
that's a problem.
Well, Tyke is taking a lot of damage here. Anu? But
yeah, they were 5 in mid for some reason. Sylvanas forgot that the trade ran off.
Oh,
she tanked the fort, right?
Yeah.
Zergling just missed his wall stun there.
Everyone was just so distracted by
Wait, no, he's fine, I think.
No.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
I'm not sure, maybe Brightwing polymorphed the Sylv so he couldn't reactivate E. I think that's what happened.
Probably, yeah. But he was also tanking, I think, right? So yeah, it's very rough. Wouldn't be a Kure game. Wouldn't be a Kure game if he like randomly dies once, right? Like it somehow happens to him, but then he still smurfs it when it's necessary.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sands for Chromie. This time vision on 1, by the way.
Yeah, so changing up those talents, making it a little bit different. And this is a map where you're much more worried about getting picked, and their provision is a lot more
What was the first map? I kind of forgot. What did we...
Alterac Pass.
Alterac, yeah, okay. Yeah.
If a noob had E on 4 there, he actually would have been able to hit the Blaze, but he doesn't have the range from over that wall without it, and MasonBlaze is dead.
What? Where? Huh? Where was he?
He was in front of his dead wall. Which is
but he was, when they started going on him, he was like around the tri-bush, right?
Maybe he got trapped by Chromie or something? On the, like, around there? I don't know. It looked a bit odd. I'm not sure how he got there, but yeah, you're right. He was deep.
10s locked in with 30k? Sylvanas holding. I'm curious if this is going to be Mind Controller Arrow, actually. And it's again Falling Sword. Cattle is a believer, I guess.
I'm telling you, like, he actually, I think he likes it.
I mean, in this game,
Kure.
I can see it.
Lands the Mind
Controller. Kure getting the engages anyway.
At 20, that'll be on 15-second cooldown. It's like a normal stun.
They accelerate you big time. They will dive the Hogger as well, with still trade.
Curious running between lanes again. He got a kill bot, then mid, then top. Actually.
I mean, that's the benefit of 1-3-1, right?
Did Liam just 500 ping bunker? Did you see that? I think maybe you did. Because this fort was turned off, no?
It was. It was. Maybe he just thought the extra damage was going to be necessary.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Alright, what does WildHeart do to combat this? They need to get killed? How do they get killed?
I mean, the camp invades, maybe? With the Hogger
Snowing Sand, Blaze,
I don't know.
Falling Sword. Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you though, the Hogger and the Blaze, it's such a scam. Like, Hogger can die, Blaze can never die, right? I feel like even if the Hogger is good at camps and so on, it's still like the matchup is.
We saw Blaze
It's
die to a
rigged.
body block a couple games ago, right? If you just body block him, he's killable.
Yeah, but
mean,
it
I
takes
think
you
this
60
game-
seconds. Killing a Hogger takes you 20 seconds. Oh, Anubarak?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Oh,
my con-
wait,
when-
you're taking a lot of damage.
I didn't see
Falling
where the
sword.
mic control went.
Big falling sword.
Yeah, we will see another big one later on, I guess. But like, I think you're right that usually the falling swords doesn't do much, but they win with
I mean,
it.
I can see it as a counter engage here, but in the Alter game where they picked it, I must have missed it when it was used as a counter engage because I only saw when he went in and then he did absolutely nothing. And like Curious one-shot someone and then he just
Flies in
landed on
anyway.
that-
Yeah, he flies in.
Yeah,
with it.
landed there for moral support or something.
Maybe they were playing for the 20 value, so you get that healing as the thrall goes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, I can see it in this draft.
Cocoon on
Very
Rhaegar.
close there.
Falling sword
but
is
he
in
doesn't
3
have-
seconds. We have
Didn't have any
nothing.
time to call it up. Yeah.
Ay, 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 ay.
Zergling doesn't have any E here, so he's in a lot of trouble.
I think he's dead.
No,
Oh,
the poly interrupts jet propulsion.
Oh!
Everyone
MasonBlaze.
saves him.
Oh, that was a beautiful polymorph.
Spin.
That was a good spin.
Liam. Okay,
Liam has one. Yeah,
that's normal ping. bunker
that's
usage.
exactly, yeah.
Unless you shift queued everything. Yeah, I mean, actually, HaeBin had a very good idea there, though. It was like if he's on the same thing as them, they win that fight for sure. Like,
Yeah.
he was in a super good spot against the Cocoon on Rhaegar, but barely missed the CC on the Sylvanas, which is super understandable. Playing like 180 ping versus like 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate.
They are.
Blaze's ability to do camps, do bottom camp here really quickly.
Yeah.
They're on the same talent tier for the moment, so this is when WildHeart may look to try to force something unless they think they need 16. They have Pummel now. Pummel's huge.
Wait, he disconnected. He didn't take the cat. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. The bot walked off. Oh my god.
But it's still the same story though. Like WildHeart really has to do something insane to win
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, how do
I
you
mean,
even
they-
force a fight now, right? Like all the waves are on your side. There's Blaze
Honestly,
and Jana.
Just run through the jungle. So they're moving the wisp. HaeBin's right there. Like they're doing it. They're posturing for it. But then Chromie Fiction.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Yeah.
I feel like their biggest combat opportunity is when 30k pushes with a Drake. And
Yeah,
then they
maybe,
pass it.
yeah.
Play for
That's
16.
true.
Given DK, play for
Oh,
16.
they want the off lane. We talked about Granite doing that, but Blaze is walking safe.
Now, you say that Blaze is on point. Blaze can 100% die here. He can be body blocked to death.
Bunker. Kill the bunker.
Wait for trade turn
as
now.
well.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, but the police is coming. We don't have much time.
ibtingz queuing here is actually bad. It reduces his damage, and they didn't get it.
I mean, they're 5v4. Go. Kill Rhaegar. Why are you running? Okay, good. Okay, they failed to get a kill.
Oh my god, he got the Ancestral off.
Ah!
Kill him!
Oh no!
Oh my
Gonna get
god.
another-
Wait, he's still dead, I think. Yeah.
Zergling, he missed the Q.
Oh man, Legacy dodged it, right? Actually, maybe he just missed, but I
think he just missed actually.
but Legacy walked to the left for one. It looked a bit. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, maybe you're smurfing it.
Weird is completely out of mana, but it's a Brightwing. He can back and Z back in if the sprawl continues.
They could have gotten the Rhaegar kill.
Okay, let me say this again. Killing Blaze takes you 60 seconds. Killing Hogger takes you 20, and they didn't even get him. You know, he was like, his team died for him. But yeah, it's impossible to kill that hero.
I mean, you're right. But I don't think the offlane matchup is what caused the.
It's also a lot easier to gank him in the early game. If he hadn't had bunker there, he would.
Yeah,
have
I mean,
Bunker
that's true.
saved him.
Like they lost the fort to the Rhaegar Sylvanas push, right? And dying, that's why it escalated big time. Well, they got one kill. They're gonna be 16. The map is still bleeding though. There's a hard camp on top. Jana's gonna start channeling bottom shrine.
They're looking for it again, but Blaze is like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go mid. Are they gonna get? Oh, they're sniping bottom keep.
Can they?
Or even at the
they have the trap warding for it. They can, and Sylvanas is just gonna push up.
Oh, this
with the
trap
wave.
is 5 though.
Well,
Oh,
Ah.
no falling sword.
Did he see it?
I mean,
ibtingz?
No. He has mistimed it. I think.
No, but he stepped once up though again, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think he did. Imagine having blessed. I mean, sorry, what did you say, Benny?
I think he has activated the trap a bit early.
A bit too early?
Liam, though.
Okay.
He's 1 HP.
And Liam has
the pummel is insane here.
The pummel got the ancestral, so he only healed for half.
And he's on a
yeah, you're right.
Now.
Oh
my god! Another spin? Oh no, okay, reset of the
one.
Still,
Kure died in all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, Zergling making up for everything with that one fight, I think.
I mean, that's Hogger, right? You hit one good spin and like the enemy team cannot do anything because pummel is insane.
Wait, how did it... He just walked into him in the bush and stunned him, right? Something like that? Or how did it start? Wait, WearyDay! Okay. Sorry, he got shockwaved? Or...
Yeah, he got the shockwave in the bush and then wall stunned him.
Okay.
And Tychus was drilling him the whole time.
Cocoon in 2 sec. Ah, they should go bot here. Like, HaeBin should have realized he had Cocoon almost. Could have gotten the Draco there, probably.
I'm actually rewinding because I want to know how Kure died. Oh, Kure got pummeled too off a bounce, and they used the slow. HaeBin used the slow to double stun him. Ah. Insane. Actually.
I mean, the pummel in that corridor is big, right?
Everything that fight. Yeah, the pummel literally did everything that fight.
The thing is, right, Blaze had to panic bunker because he was kind of dying. Like, that's... Like, the start of the fight was very good. Tychus is in trouble here. Mind control misses. Right wing Z is gonna...
Falling sword to survive.
Healing up.
It's done.
Blaze is alone on the side here! Goes in,
but
though.
He's killing them.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And he's kinda healthy as well.
Spin time?
That's not a good
Did
spin.
Did he get a good one?
Oh no, it's a perfect spin actually. I take it back.
Oh my god! This guy graduated on the Augur. What the
he lined it up so fast, I thought he was going to get it wrong.
Maybe RNG?
It's a known spin, but it's very difficult to line it up that quickly.
Okay.
You have to line it up off of the bush on the right. Like peeks into the thing. That's the lineup point. But you have to make sure you're far enough over that you'll get enough of an oblique angle that it bounces out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he just clicked and prayed.
Yeah, he was hoping for the best. You never know, right? That's the thing. Like maybe 500 IQ, maybe RNG.
Now, is he messing up the cam spin though? No, he got the cam spin right. No,
yeah, this yeah, okay. I guarantee Benny is right. It was RNG on bottom. It was RNG. Seeing this happening twice. Alt E. You can do that on Hogger, right? Can you Alt E on Hogger? Any Hogger mates?
You can Alt E, but it puts you in the direction. So see, you have the little
You're
pointer
facing,
on your
right?
hitbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little pointer on your hitbox. It just eases you in that direction.
Yeah. All right, that's what her Zergling is doing here, guys.
Alright, 20 falling sword. Because like after the change, you have to hit so many people for it to get a reset, right? So like the old get 20 free win with falling sword, it doesn't even work anymore.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, he had 30 seconds last game when he popped
And
in.
it never worked into a new Barak, right? Because it can accidentally hit the beetles.
True, actually, I think we won a game from that.
You did.
Like a boss thing.
I remember.
Yeah. And I mean, bot keep died. As long as Zergling doesn't die now, they'll get 20. I don't think 30k can core with this one. Right now they have Odin and Lunara, so they can actually defend this objective.
Yeah. Their dragon damage
doesn't
is pretty
do
decent.
And halfway to 20. Oh, half a level to 20.
Chromie needs to run away for now until Johanna is there, then she can man up again.
Did he have to get it? Hey?
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, WildHeart just got the DK into a fully alive 20.
Wait, what is going on?
I guess they got hard camp. I mean,
wait, what is going on though?
That actually happened to us versus WildHeart though. Like,
as well?
10 Dragonshire, you and Copen did hard, I died to stall. Because they hit 10.
Well, at least 30k didn't die.
You died. Like, they were all alive.
At least 30k just.
Yeah,
but
I mean.
Yeah.
They had the Drake for free otherwise.
But they were
right?
20 versus 19
anyway.
here, no? I don't think we were talent tier ahead when we gave the dragon.
Why would you do hards instead of fight when you have the talent tier advantage?
That's true.
Okay.
Johanna?
So Hoggers defending top. I mean, the Drake does nothing anyway.
No,
It's
I mean, yeah. But
Yeah, I don't think it's relevant, but Hogger's actually cutting the wave, clearing the wave instead of the camp, because the camp won't do as much structure damage as it depushes the wave, so it's fine.
20 mind control.
It will stack up as well, probably.
Yeah, if this were not level 20, that would be absolutely the right play. But experience matters a little bit less than just depushing the lane right now.
I mean, you're just chilling until you hit a mind control, right? Kind of. Like you throw it and you run away.
I do think, I mean, Kure must have misclicked the 16, right? For this playstyle, he really shouldn't have the heal. Like, he needs the cleanse to play like this now.
I mean, he has Falling Sword and the Rhaegar and the bunker.
True.
Ooh. Joe no D. So for 20 seconds, they have an opportunity to potentially kill the Joe if they can find her. But Wisp goes down,
the Wisp,
Trap replaces.
Yeah.
Well, they do see Blaze, and they are walking up kinda deep. SE, go.
Yeah, I don't know.
We already talked about Eing in, yeah. He does have, he doesn't have Trader King. Like he has the rewind.
Yeah, he has rewind.
So he doesn't have hard.
But he's insanely safe with the W build rewind this game, I think.
Actually, yeah, he is full W actually.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard to kill versus this, unless they get the shield down before any Chromie spells hit. But that's very unlikely to happen. But it's more like if they see the Blaze split like that, then I think he can go in. If his team can follow somehow.
I don't think WildHeart even knows wine control's on cooldown because they wouldn't have heard the sound effect and didn't hit anything.
Oh, he's stuck. Oh no,
yeah.
wait. Did he stop his D? Didn't he throw his D to block?
No, he could have, but he didn't. Yeah, he should have, I think.
He just waltzed off the edge of the
yeah, he
wall.
should have tried to. Yeah, he should have tried.
I thought he threw the D after.
No, it was a W, right? WQ, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
But he should have tried to force wall. Yeah, he should have tried to wall him in there with a D.
Yeah.
Because then at least he has to fly out, right? The Janna, like she. Yeah. I mean, Liam is lagging, right? That's all I can say. I don't know. Like it's rough. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like maybe that fight in mid was actually Liam like lagging as well when he got caught in the bush, because it looked very odd to me how it started.
True.
Anyways,
we're back. Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god, the damage! But he threw a D kind of randomly though. But I guess that's worth it with the 7 talent maybe.
Yeah, he has the CDR, right?
He can. I mean, the CDR is very low, but the slow
is garbage fire, right? So you look for the slow off of it. Generally, you only play garbage fire with Hortipult because it gives you more opportunities to land the wall stuns when they're slowed from you Hortipulting in. But this is a valid way to do it, right? You're setting up the Anubarak E a little bit easier, and you're making it more likely you'll get the Q wall stun from Headbanger.
Alright, let's see. Oh
Hogger
my god,
is trying to one-shot it.
Oh, Kure!
Kure's just dead. MasonBlaze 1 HP. Actually, the Brightwing Z was good.
Yo, this is game.
Oh, that's a good no control.
Is it? That's no damage, but
I think it's back to flow rage. It was good in terms of the clump, but it was bad in terms of his rage.
The bot, he's disconnected! Oh my god! It was a Blaze! Did you see? It wasn't even a real player. Oh my god, he was disconnected.
I mean, they don't have to pause because he's dead. So
yeah, you just keep. I mean, you play with the bot from now on. Sorry, Liam, but. Oh no. Your Zergling was very trigger heavy there, right? He was sure the Janna would die or something. Like he pumped everything into her. I mean, they got a good fight out of it, but Kure getting caught, not having a blink or self cleanse. I mean, obviously with mind control, you're not gonna go blink. So if he doesn't get help, he just dies, which happened.
Yeah, the Johanna was so far away, so he couldn't cleanse, and Rhaegar was around the Johanna because Zergling started going in Johanna.
Yeah.
I'll be curious how much that level 16 healed for.
There was in that fight there was a very big combo onto Lunara, by the way, but Brightwing Z'd onto Lunara, so she was fine as well. Because there was maybe
I mean,
counter.
surely the move speed is better than that 16 regardless. Like the move speed is super good.
Chris always went move speed actually.
Yeah. I mean, the move speed is absolutely broken.
I mean, the move speed's really good into specific tanks like Garrosh, like, but it doesn't really help you that much versus in a noob, right? Because in a noob can always gap close you. It's not like you can dodge everything the way you can with a Garrosh and just kite away from him.
I mean, you can kite tanks very easily with that. Like, there's a reason every single carry picks move speed talents, pretty much.
I mean, it depends. It's not always, right? Like Quack in HGC, the Greymane talent at 13 existed, but if he was going bullet, he always went dark flight so that his E and his bullet had roughly the same range, so you could instantly go for the deletion.
The game is not over, by the way. We called, but honestly, nothing really happened from the dragon. They got like a 4.
But this is a Blaze spot, though.
I think he's back again, but
it has a name.
They are running out of pauses at some point as well, right? Isn't there? Maybe there's a rule on that. I don't know how that works, but
I think it was a total pause time of either 10 or 15 minutes or something, and after that you're not allowed to pause anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So presumably there's an admin tracking that.
Yeah.
But Kure has been getting farm this game actually. Like he was smurfing early game, getting all the forbs, but oh what? The falling sword though.
Is it? It's not doing anything.
So useless.
Yeah, it's so useless. I agree.
Almost
if he has Blessed there, yeah,
He
can actually do something. The Condemn was so good. If he has Blessed there, it's 1v9.
Alright. I mean, 3-man Condemn into Sands and no one dies. Like that's not. You have to look at your drafts when that happens.
Team comes. Wait, let me. Yeah.
They have to walk in. They have to check every bush. Just careful for behind though. They might run behind us. I think Blaze running behind us. Don't stack on point for Chromie resets.
Burst.
Rhaegar maybe? Okay, this is kind of bad. Back.
Back.
Fight.
Dead. Just run.
So dangerous.
I think we just defend top and get hearts. They're gonna run out of hearts. Careful. They're looking for a pick.
All the prep, all the caution, and unfortunately Hogger gets caught out. Is this the nail in the coffin for the...
At least they cut losses, right? They only lost 1 character down there in the hard camp. Could have been a lot worse.
I think you can make an argument that Cocoon was bad, because if you couldn't damage who's not on the point and let the pummel continue to work on the 2 people who are on the point, I think Hogger would live and do a lot of damage.
Who did he cocoon?
I think he cocooned the Blaze.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was he cocooned someone who's on the point, right? And you don't want to cocoon people who are on point when Hogger has an infinite spin. Theoretically, infinite spin.
Unless you would have maybe gotten the point, but someone else was on it, right? Someone else was on it and got ancestral healing as well. Okay, yeah.
It was Joe and they cocooned the Joe after the D ended actually.
Okay.
I don't know about that. You cocooned a backliner. I think you win that fight.
Ooh, try to go onto the Tychus here. Tychus is very far out.
Oh, the stun is... Bot almost got it. Oh, the slowing stance on both though. Tychus?
Proof it's not a bot. The bot would hit the stun.
Liam is back for now. Tychus lived, by the way.
I mean, I can't see a world where this gets more than maybe mid-keep, this drink.
I mean, I think it takes hand, right?
Yeah, but...
It's a 24-minute DK. It's gonna take it like upwards of 15 seconds of soloing the core, and they have
he wait out the Odin, right? That's what he's doing.
Oh, that was so close on the time trap.
He's going back to me.
But even if he gets the time trap, they have no fucking engage on him.
Engages don't matter.
Tychus has 13 Q, right? Not spell shield. Is that correct? Or because I feel like I see his the D being big.
Oh.
Falling sword.
ibtingz.
Okay, WearyDay manages to save him.
We need to hit the dragon if we... Okay, I think we are dead. I think WildHeart is done.
They killed the Tychus. They no longer have the ability to defend.
I cured it good with the dragon. He just waited out the Odin and then they manned up again.
No.
Time trap into falling sword.
That's like, it's actually, I mean, with the 20, that's anti-synergy because you want to have the full duration.
Yeah.
For the reset.
So we lost our Haga on bot hard camp, and then they got the dragon and killed us, right? That's how we lost the game. But
Zergling was top damage that game.
Yeah.
Not just on his team.
Wait, he was top everything on Hogger.
Yeah, yeah. Hogger is actually pretty good.
Maybe pretty good.
So that's what I'm saying. They should have 1-2'd the Hogger, because Hogger was the only redeeming feature of their draft, and then they would have had a better draft, a more responsive draft to what actually happened in the later picks.
I mean, on the bottom fight, right? The Chromie, like, she pierces through everything down there as well. Like in the corridor, like it's kind of nasty. Blaze is good on the point. I guess the Hogger spin is good though, but Anubarak is shit in this fight, right? He doesn't really do much.
And this is the problem. They need to decide if they're playing for the point or playing for the fight. If they're playing for the point, it's fine to cocoon the Johanna, but I don't think they can play for the point with their comp. I think they have to play for winning the fight, which means the noob has to go in, and you cocoon a backliner, the Hogger's more likely to live.
Yeah. Zergling was farming stats on the Blaze bot? Yeah, maybe. That's how he got the good numbers. He was hitting the fucking bot all the time.
I mean, I can check the replay later and see how much of his damage was from farming the Blaze bot.
Versus,
Look, guys, I'm top damage in my versus AI game.
Yeah. So it's 2-1 for 30k. This was WildHeart's map pick, so I assume they might go over to first pick. Let me check, actually. I can see it.
I mean, so far, the team that had a very favorable draft has won in all the games so far, right?
Cursed Hollow is coming up next, and WildHeart has first pick, so 30k pick the map, Cursed Hollow.
I feel like if it's drafted perfectly, Cursed Hollow is unwinnable from second pick in the current meta, but we'll have to see if it is drafted correctly.
Let's see.
Because most people don't pick. Most people don't really play the map much, so they don't have the same like level of practice as we were used to seeing during HGC, as an example.
And yeah, HaeBin is Korean, guys. He's playing from Korea.
I must say, I'm pretty impressed by HaeBin. I didn't think he would be able to get anything done at all, but he managed to get. Could be other team inting as well, obviously, but he was very good capitalizing on those moments.
I mean, even if the other team's inting, if you're punishing it, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than watching a teammate int and the enemy team just being like, "That's fine, they can int," and you're just like, "No, they can't. It's not allowed." So please stop that.
Let's see. It's a Cursed Hollow. Globals. Zeratul for Kure, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Kure Zeratul.
I think last week, maybe last weekend, we saw. We saw
it last weekend. We also it was banned today in a draft that would have been good for it. To be fair, so like it's not like they're not. Everyone's thinking about it. It's just it's not always being picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to. Or it'll be
this
interesting
might not
to
go all the
see
way to game 5, honestly.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, if WildHeart gets a solid draft on Cursed, I feel like they could definitely take it to game 5.
Was it 30k picking map? Or WildHeart picking?
WildHeart is first pick.
Okay.
But so far, WildHeart has had a better draft when they were first pick. So.
Yeah.
Actually, has first pick won every game? I think first pick's won every game in the series.
Yeah.
So if the trend continues,
I think that's so strange though, because I really feel second pick should have a favor in draft, just because you can like decide, like you see everything before your last pick, right? Like,
I mean, historically that's not true though. Historically, first pick is favored in roughly 70% of the time in competitive HOTS. There was one meta in.
That's just going from win percentage though. I don't think that's relevant at all. Like the outcome bias is not relevant.
Well, no, it's so.
Like who ends up on a better draft? Like sure, like other team they will make mistakes, and you can win with either. And maybe the first pick one is favored.
When I say competitive HOTS, I mean like all of the 20,000 or so games that were played during HGC. First pick won roughly 65 to 70% of the time in every region across all of those games. Like it's a huge number. There was only one period in early 2018 where second pick was statistically favored in competitive HOTS. So it is the trend. I agree with you in theoretically, if you are a better drafter and the enemy team makes any drafting mistake, second pick should allow you to punish. but maybe it's harder in practice than it is in theory.
Probably. I mean, since everyone still makes mistakes, it doesn't work out that way. But I don't know.
Curse coming
I mean,
up.
also.
But yeah, sorry. The draft is starting. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna say as well, like in the past there were some first pick heroes that were absolutely insane, right? Like now we have some that are stronger than others, but I don't think they're that OP still. Like it's just that they're like the Junkrat is annoying to play versus.
Lucio, Junk, or Blaze are absolutely insane, no?
Yeah. But I don't think they're that OP compared to how strong the first pickable heroes were back in the day. Like with Tassadar, had his shields and shit. Like
yeah,
there were so many random things.
So 1-to-1 comparison, right? Junkrat, Blaze, Lucio, right now, versus Genji, Maiev, Tassadar during HGC. Which of those three is more OP, relatively speaking, in your opinion?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's true that back in the old Tracer, the old Genji, Tassadar with the shield. I mean, that was insane, right? Even Abathur back in the day was way more threatening.
Oh yeah. So, like Soul Support Abathur being a thing allowed you to pivot so many things around in your draft.
So
that
I
was
mean,
insane.
I guess that's true. Yeah. So by the way, we see Johanna Chromie. Yeah, and then Insta Johanna Chromie. So they are sticking to the guns here. Blaze
no global so far.
This is the exact same opening from earlier, no? Didn't we?
It is.
Yeah, I think
this
so.
This is Alterac Pass over again.
Oh yeah, Altera. Yeah. True.
You know what I really love to see in hindsight, actually, that you never got to. Soul Sport Abathur, when he healed 80% more than he does right now, plus Johanna Falling Sword. Then you have all the healing at 20 that you could ever want.
Yeah.
OP.
So do you ban actually? Okay, let me. You ban the Haka?
You ban Falstad. Or Brightwing. Yeah, you ban a global. You pick up another. You pick up a global for yourself. Neither team has good boss control right now, so that's something that they should be thinking about. Mercs are a little weak for 30k, but they can pick up something that's a little bit slower at Mercs because they have the wave clear from the Joe.
So you get the Haka here, right? If you're 30k and your support, and then you. Yeah.
They might Hogger again. They might Hogger, really. Honestly,
I mean, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they really needed more camp clear.
Okay. Yeah.
And now it's awkward. You can't pick the Genji Tracer, or you're gonna get thralled again.
I think Genji is less susceptible to that, but I'm not sure. Like, I feel like he might be slightly more independent when it comes to that, but. Yeah, I would have to ask the Overwatch gods.
Please let us be murdered. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is a solid backline, right? Hanzo has the poke.
But now they get farmed by Genji, right? With their What's the problem?
They get farmed by Genji. Yeah. I mean, maybe, right? But it kind of happens because we picked the Rega instead of the Brightwing, right? Because we would have had an answer then.
That's true.
But you're right that Kure can go for Tracer or Genji here if he wants to.
Yeah.
And yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean.
I'm not sure what the Hanzo should be though to make it better. I was thinking if they went like the Hack or another option.
Lunara
like maybe. I wanted like Jaina, just kill Johanna.
Jaina.
Yes. Like something that just does more damage. Because the Hanzo is a bit slow, I think, if they go on him, like if they go in.
Yeah.
But I mean, both drafts look very good, I think. Like neither looks like off, but
Genji a light bomb though, and it's Rega on the other side, so no. I mean, I think it's.
I mean, we lost game one with Genji light bomb in our series, right? Clearly, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why we're sure we lost because.
I agree.
Honestly, we lost that game because we stopped playing for win condition, right? Because I think like walking up the keep there with the Haka is very Pepega if we look at our draft. Like I don't think he does anything there really. Like fighting in the jungle was so much better for us, right? But we got like greedy because Malphos dead and we thought we can do something.
I mean, usually a 5v4 with our CC things should work out, but. We fucked up. And they counter-engaged very well.
Just needed to back up as soon as we missed. It's always that that hard thing to back up.
No, I mean we did hit though, right? But Lunara cleansed it or something, and then wasn't that easy to get out because people were in. I think.
Yeah. Getting flamed by team for having low movement speed. We're not flaming.
I'm just saying
we should fight around bushes so you.
I'm saying this like we are griefing you, Copen. Like there's nothing you can do. Like your team is retarded. Like we are running into the keep. You have no bush. You can't do anything there actually. Like it's so bad, right? If we fight in the jungle, you have like 4 bushes. Like garden is really good for that, right? For the Haka, I think. But yeah, instead we tell you like, yeah, we walk up here. It's good. It's fine. Like we salvage it later on.
This is W at 1, so I'm assuming this is going to be W at 4 for boss race. We're not going to see any sort of Q build to punish the Genji diving in a little bit.
So there's one thing Benny is right though, right? And 30k is like spamming the Johanna as well. Like Kettle is a believer. He plays her different, right? Because he goes Falling Sword every game, but he does fully believe into the Johanna as well. They pick her early, if they can with Chromie it seems, but I
kind of wonder if
yeah.
I kind of wonder if they're HHEing it. You guys might not know this, but during NAHGC, HHE picked the exact same comp, like 18 games in a row. And when they were asked about it during an interview, they said, we're just going to keep picking it until people ban it or we start losing with it. We're practicing everything in scrims, but we refuse to pick anything else until someone beats it. So it's possible that they're doing that. They're just going to keep picking the same like tank until people ban it or they start losing.
Yeah. And I mean, a Chromie is a very staple pick for them as well, right? Madara, I think, used to be like Chromie main.
Yeah, he was a Chromie one trick when he first hit GM.
Yeah, so like, definitely get their picks, I guess. Kure on Genji this game. ibtingz W build Hanzo. Yeah. Looks pretty standard, everything. So WildHeart kept the hard camp a bit later, so they get free D-push here. And they actually have the Sylph, so maybe they can step up. Yeah.
Johanna, Chromie, like they're all gathering to defend. Like all of these heroes, Johanna, Undo, and Chromie have AoE wave clear, so... And yeah, they're not even trying to push with it actually. I think that's smart. Like I don't think they would have gotten much value.
And setting up the easy camp should be better, no? Because you have the tribute is cross spawn, so when you send the easy camp, someone has to babysit it for 30k. Like they have to send someone.
They
don't like.
Oh, they stopped. Wait, are they gonna cap it there at time? Wait.
Why did they put the Rhaegar bot? Like one range should have gone bot instead. And have the Rhaegar top side. The Hanzo, whatever.
I think they put the Rhaegar bottom because Blaze was getting bullied. They capped it at the right time, by the way. Synced with the wave.
Yeah.
When you have a melee getting here, like when you have someone who's getting bullied and they're already low, you send the healer to top them off before the actual fight's gonna happen. It's not the worst thing to do it that way.
Hanzo W on 4, so he's gonna be good for bosses, but like wave clear right now sucks for him. Compared to when he has to Q.
Ooh, that's no spin, HaeBin? No, he knows they're in the bush, unfortunately. I didn't see the bush. All I saw was the no spin.
And Muradin capping in the other zoning. This honestly, the others are better at brawling, but
good stun by Blaze, but Kure is here to stall last second. And with that, all the dreams of capping it are gone.
Oh, but actually, Kure.
Wait.
Kek, wait. Straight into the hands of Sylvanas.
I did not expect the spray there.
So Muradin just jumping after. The body blocks are good here, but how did Yasu say it? Anduin has wings, right? He gets you out.
Gives other people wings. It's Red Bull. Yeah. You seen the commercial?
Yeah, the Red Bull
commercial.
Yeah.
Use your wings. Yeah. Not sponsored, by the way.
I can't believe they got the Genji. Like Muradin just jumped after him, and I guess kinda I worked because he fucked up, right?
He needed to go right.
He hit into the opponent.
So WildHeart taking the first kill, got the first tribute, bit of an XP lead, but not too huge. Second tribute in a like 30k position. How does WildHeart split? Split push bot. Kinda looks like it.
No
D-Jam.
Can't kill.
There are 4 people here.
Oh, he missed his scatter. Would have been a nice 4 stacks.
Murden's going too deep here. Should cover the flank. The vision doesn't give them.
Yeah, Hanzo is in huge trouble.
Good plan.
No, he can still die though. Okay, Genji didn't have quite enough damage.
About WearyDay now. Jaina no D. Might be killable. No pull.
That scatter miss makes me wonder what ibtingz has for his cast settings on W, because I feel like that he didn't reach the fort, right? That was the problem. So if that's on release, that'd be really unusual. So he probably actually plays on quick cast, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. I think it happened the second time this fight where it was like too short. But yeah. They do have W on 4 though, so he can start the boss. They're very quick at it. The next scatter is gonna bring it down to 50% kind of.
I just realized Muradin has the double clap on 4, which means he'll take the heal on 13.
Yeah, it'll be.
I don't like.
Yeah, HaeBin's done it before though. He really believes in the 2018 builds.
I mean, I think it's good if you take a damage challenge on 7, but if you take the jump slow, you need to have the damage on 13.
Wait, WildHeart is doing insane things here, by the way. They got the boss for free, and they are around the tribute now.
Yeah.
Like they managed to
I
stall.
mean, 30k boss, kinda bad.
Yeah, and they had 10 versus 9 for a few seconds, right? So the 30k couldn't actually react.
Are they setting up a dive? Like, I mean, the bot fort dies to this, right? Almost. That's gonna be low.
Cattle's holding his 10. Are we gonna see Bless Shield for the first time?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he saw what Benny is doing with it.
I think this is a falling sword game with their drop. Actually, if they went Horda pull, then falling sword. Okay, it's +2.
Yeah, it's blessed.
Yeah.
But they do like if they went Horda pulls, right? Like Genji can go in, then probably Dragon Blade as well. They just falling sword and Genji just swooshes them. I could see that.
You wanna go Dragon Blade into bunker?
I mean, if they go for the full dive, I think they should, yeah.
Wow. Kure saved the fort. Wait, there's comms. Kure saved the fort on bottom, by the way, with 1 HP. But
I can stall
the
them, maybe.
comms.
No, just come. Let's just fight them, man.
You want to hard commit to it? Okay.
Yeah, I think we just fight this.
Still hitting boss.
They're DPS or kind of, or they're both.
Leash goes back to full.
Just
yeah,
commit.
I think we just have to kick him. Yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Watch the arrow. Watch the arrow. Watch the arrow.
You ready for a light bomb?
Spitting in now.
Yeah. Light bomb me now. Light bomb me now.
Oh, silk trap.
We got him. We got him. 10 seconds and central.
Back his health.
He has.
HaeBin. Kill him fast.
We're fine. I got him.
Nice. Let's do boss.
Need help out of this.
You should be fine.
I'm going curse. Can I get some homies?
Yeah.
Homies are on the way.
Ancestral still up.
Just go cattle. All clear.
Yo, they don't know I'm here. We can maybe kill them.
They're slowing our rotate.
Just stall.
I'm chilling. I'm full HP. I can stall.
I'm running there now.
Oh, he got you, jump. Maybe IB?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know if we can play for this, but maybe.
Okay, that's a jump.
Yeah, we can, I think.
Yeah, they're up now, though.
We could give. Our waves are good, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
not
a bad give. We still have all our fort.
They backed off.
Wait, they're saying the same thing? No, they're just gonna stop forever. Yeah, bottom and wave prowess.
I'm running bottom.
5.
I'm showing mid.
Heed.
I can't go that far, but maybe.
I kind of want to leave. We're gonna run us down.
Yeah,
we're looking like a good angle.
Bottom's dead, so we do mid.
Fort's gone. Just save the rest if you can.
Yeah. Save mid and top if we can.
Are we gonna be top for it?
Mid's gonna be very big.
Oh, that's a long comms.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
You go top. I was gonna see if I.
They tune in at weird times.
It's gonna be very scary. They're gonna be 5-manning with the camp.
Hard to fight through there.
You guys might have to give the fort.
Yeah. We need to break the sidewall.
Wait.
Did they forgot that they're
No, it's the other team.
They're swapping to WildHeart now.
Oh.
You heard HaeBin.
Wait.
Chromie.
I can look for an arrow from bot side maybe. We're gonna get bot for free.
Wow, WildHeart is not getting all the soak from the
We
curse.
can keep
That's a
going,
huge
keep going.
problem.
Like, we have camp.
No.
If they haven't been top at all, this full curse.
Okay.
Well, they did get 2 forts.
Yep.
We can
Like,
go.
they are behind you
We
next
just
to a
rest the
bit,
camp and
but
then take a wall.
structurally, I think they're fine. Not an optimal curse.
Vision over.
Given the map state. which 30k worth calling. Like,
Still no harm.
Giving, but
harm.
I still think they got
It's gonna be down slope, but
decent structure value from it.
just blood. Okay, go donkey.
Tower dies as well.
Go no D. No.
Too hard.
Did they look for a pick?
Spectre, leave them.
Or did they get out?
It's our camp out. I'm gonna push up.
Really?
They are level down after cursing them though, right?
Yeah, like that's not.
Yeah, we didn't soak enough during that.
We didn't soak bottom
And
or
they,
top.
and they called it on comms, so like we didn't soak enough during that. They
Yeah,
absolutely
we
not.
didn't soak bot or top at all. Like we were 5 in mid. Maybe
But I think that's
HaeBin
the
tried to
trade
tell them,
you-
but it was too late, right? Because he said like back or something, right? While the others wanted to push mid.
But I think that's the trade you take, Clark. Like, if you want to get structures, you have to give some soak. I mean, I personally think that's a fine trade here, because there's like you won't get cursed, like you won't be on an even talent or uneven talent here for a curse. The only thing that's gonna be up might be your boss, but
yeah,
like their defense is fine. They could give that boss then.
It's also
If
the
it's
nature
like
of the
that.
draft. They have no scam hero, no Genji, no Tracer, no Global, so no one can catch the side basically for free. So they kind of have to group, I guess, which yeah, that's what they did.
This is greedy though. Like 2
I
waves
think-
for 16.
I
Did
think
he
they
get it
have
in
to go
time?
for it. Yeah, they'll win the race because of the Hanzo, but I think they have to like try for
Kyo's
it.
gonna get on it, actually.
They're all in on the point. Rhaegar's one, snipe. Yeah,
They got it.
Hogger died.
They're so far behind in experience that a 2-for-1 trade is almost like even. Oh, okay, the 3 is bad though.
I mean, no, that's still fine-ish.
It's fine. If only 2 people had died, but they had gotten boss and they'd gotten out, I would actually have said that was good. But they put themselves in that position by missing all that soak, right? Like you don't want to be in that position. They made a good decision based on what happened, but forcing themselves into that position is bad.
I feel like it's very greedy forcing that boss though. I would definitely.
But the
not
opponents
have
will
gone
just
for it.
take it, right? Because they are 16 versus 15.
I would just let them take it and defend it.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I mean, you lose bottom for it. I don't know. I think they're so far down that they had to be greedy to have any chance of coming back into the game. Because I mean, they're ahead on structures, but if you're behind in experience and the enemy team gets 20 and then just runs at your core and ends, like that's something that can happen.
Well, it's
I
0
don't think
tributes, right,
that's-
right now, so the game
With
might...
these drafts, I think it's very unlikely for that to happen. Like, if it was a different wave, they could get like boss curse or something with how it's set up, but since it's 0 tributes...
You really think it's unlikely? We almost saw a Shingen Genji, which is what this is, solo a core the other day in CCL at 20. Like, he literally almost killed the core by himself completely. I don't think it's unlikely at all. I think that there's a very real chance that 30k could get 20 and then just end the game.
But their heroes are not good at sieging, though. Like, only Chromie.
Nah, the shin guns are insane, man.
Shingen Genji is one of the better siege heroes in the whole
This
game.
hero is fucking
But
busted.
he can't... How can he be on core? Like, you have 5 heroes there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you force the fight, right? You're 20 versus 18. Either they fight you or you hit core for free, you make them pick.
Ah,
Oh.
Oh my god!
Commitment.
Ah, but it's
Insane
Anduin,
fierce.
the wings, yeah.
Oh no, now the spin. And they're going in. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You have a bunker though?
This is a pretty good spin, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's escalating, yeah. Well,
That's
Kure with the 5000 IQ bait, eeing into
my
the
god,
wall.
That spin. Wait, that spin on Liam. Did you see that?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the spin.
Relax,
That's one
bro.
of- Actually.
What the
Are they
fuck?
ending? They can't. Okay, Rhaegar will be up. Muradin's alive. Sylvanas will be up as core is at like 80%-ish. Okay, no, they're just getting the camp. They're not going to put in.
I mean, you should hit keep wall. Oh, yeah, they're doing it now.
They're setting up a boss curse with 20, I guess.
You can't fight. This is the thing about Hogger on Curse too, is you can't really fight in the jungle versus him because even on accident he can get insane spins like that, and Pummel just does too much. Like, look at how much damage Genji is doing to the boss. Like every time he Qs, you can visibly see the boss.
It's like Hanzo W build, I feel like, right?
Yeah,
in the Genji's kit though, yeah.
Yeah, Shingen Genji is actually one of the best boss racers too. Yeah. It's really nice. they're actually holding it for 20. No, they're gonna cap it. They don't want to risk it.
I mean, they did hold it for a second, right? Because if they don't come, then you can chill for 20. But if the opponents walk up, you cap it. Because
it's nice they have someone standing really far forward.
Yeah, they're gonna get very. Yeah, you see how angry they are. Like they are losing their nerves at this WildHeart. That is, they have to. But they feel they have to YOLO in.
If they get damage on the boss early, it's kind of good actually. Blaze is gonna stall the tribute. As long as they don't die here now.
So who's stalling? Blaze. It means no bunker at home. We can look for a blast though, no?
Yeah. But it doesn't... They're going? Cleanse? Big cleanse?
Oh, he missed the blast. He hit the minion.
No stuns. No blast, no light bomb. Portable's not here.
I mean, now they can give the curse. Even.
Yeah. Actually, pretty good play by WildHeart.
Yeah, kind of insane.
In terms of like decision making, individually, everyone was doing the right thing, and they dodged a bullet, right? Blast shield missed it.
I think they should have just went and killed the Blaze actually instead of pushing with it. I guess it's fine trying, but
maybe Genji can make that rotation, right? Sneakily, because Genji plus Hogger, I think they can kill him.
Oh yeah, and this boss is... But actually this boss probably only takes a keep as well, right? The curse will almost be up, out.
I mean, they're going to do it so fast. If they did it a little bit slower, then there's a chance that WildHeart could soak 20 before they have to defend, but they're still going to be down. But they're still a full level behind from not soaking during the curse, right? It was such a bad decision.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder even
that
which
the entire rest of the game.
No, no. You're for sure overvaluing that part. Like everything after that was a bad decision. That wasn't a bad decision.
I mean, some of the stuff after it was bad too, but like they were forced into those things because they were in that position to begin with.
Did you have a CC silence on it?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Chromie almost died. No, it's kind of rough.
ibtingz, the third arrow I think that he missed, sadly, but yeah.
Yeah, they actually, if that hit, Chromie would have just died.
It's like a lot of pressure. MasonBlaze drops low.
Oh, that's the second win.
Kure is getting all the, he needs all the Anduin pulls.
Murder no jump, Zergling just...
No control. Someone has to walk into the fountain, so he spins it. It spins into the fountain. Too late. Everyone is dead. Kure cleans up. Does he?
Oh, but
actually, wait, he didn't get a kill, but the core is
defendable.
No, I think the core is done. Is it?
Genji died.
I mean, that's their main core damage, right? Genji.
Oh.
Yeah, Madara got another W up. Yeah, that's good.
I mean,
KDA player.
KDA player. 5 HP by the way on Chromie. Well, I think if you don't catch any during the, I think it's very problematic if you can't catch any of the waves during the curse. By the way, and they only caught mid, so I think it's a problem. But they that brings me back right to their heroes. They actually don't have any hero that can easily do it. Like you can send your off lane, but then you might get engaged in mid.
Look at the experience different there. Hogger soaked 17k during that game. Syl soaked 13k and was the highest on WildHeart. Blaze was only at 12k. Like they were literally all of their experience deficit was missed minion soak, and most of that was from the curse. It's so bad to put yourself in that position.
Yeah. I mean that's why the map is hard as well, right? Like it's not like you gotta make the decisions, and it. Like as I'm saying, you can send Blaze to the offlane to get some of the soak, but that if you then pull, if the others then are dismounted in mid or something, they might get engaged on at the same time.
No, I mean I agree that it's bad, but since they got structure value for it, it's not as bad as you make it seem. Like what happened after is what made it really bad. Like they entered 2 or 3 times in a row. Like I really don't think they should have forced that boss.
The boss, yeah, they lost 3 heroes there, right?
Just give it and soak and defend. Like, cause the boss would just get the bot fort and maybe bot wall, not really huge. Instead, they snowball the XP, so the other team ends up 20. They deny themselves opportunities by forcing that, I think.
I mean, if they give the boss, and so they would only make up
because it's a Shingen Genji, right? You saw how fast the Shingen Genji does the boss. They would only have made up half a level of their level deficit. They still need to at some point win a fight, and they have the scatters. They want to be fighting in the jungle. So removing the boss doesn't just remove the boss; it also removes one of the few places they actually want to take a fight off the map for 5 minutes.
Wait, bro.
Yeah, and I mean the Genji pick was good, right? But we also picked Rhaegar instead of Brightwing, like knowingly, like willingly. We could have picked the Brightwing instead if we were WildHeart, which would control the Genji a lot more, right? And I mean, I don't know, like Kure was between like absolute genius and half running it, right? And it worked out. Like on top when he missed his E, they went on him, and then the fight like totally escalated. But yeah, perfect bait, honestly. And he played a good game, I think, overall. But yeah.
I mean, I think Liam was the MVP of that game with all the Sophie caught and then the spins.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Sophie spins.
I guess when he doesn't lag, he delivers good time. Yeah.
That was rage, is what that was. He was like, I stopped lagging. I'm finally gonna have a good game. I'm gonna show people how I normally play when I'm not lagging. And
yeah.
And
he didn't know control into the fountain.
Yeah.
Like, he used it around the core, but yeah, he didn't spin. I think he actually spun into the fountain at the very end, but that was like show off, you know. He knew the game was over. All right, the interview is coming up. I think Benny went AFK, right, or something.
Yeah,
so.
I'm back now. My cat puked. I had to catch the puke. There.
I hope she's okay. But cats sometimes do that, right?
Yeah,
I know.
So
yeah.
Can't own cats, can confirm.
Yes, same here. Yeah, I will show the interview and so on, guys. Thanks for joining.
Sure.
And,
yeah. GG's.
See you around. Bye.
Bye, chat.
Yo.
Bye.
All right.
Oxygen. So I think
30K
we'll look at all
3-1,
that
guys.
in a little bit here. We are going to get into an interview just very shortly. I'm excited to ask a few
Interviews
questions.
coming
We'll
up.
be getting Liam here, but of course, Grubby, any takeaways from that Curse Hollow map, because there's so much that happened.
Yeah, I really thought that WildHeart had the better draft there, and I think too many arrows missed, perhaps.
I agree.
Too many arrows missed.
Two significant ones did miss, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe about 3 or so.
Okay.
And part of it is just Legacy super on point with those pulls. He goes for the double pull build, and he doesn't use it at the wrong time when Deflect is still available, when X-Strike is still available. He pulls it at exactly the right time. And you can only say, oh, well, we have Leap Down at least so many times as WildHeart. Sometimes it's just crucial to get that connection. And just didn't get enough engages, because against Chromie and Johanna, that's a very good defensive team. We knew that. We mentioned it. And it needed to be big arrows. And it's not just Hanzo's fault or anything like that. I'm just saying it needed to happen. It didn't, and it made engaging a little bit harder, which is why Justin said it felt like WildHeart was just kind of waiting to be engaged upon sometimes.
Oh, I could definitely see that, and yeah, just it's there. I'm sure there was quite a few of those arrows, which is unfortunate. So, well, we'll have to see how things do shake up in the future.
You can't always arrow Andu in pull position.
It was a really good series, and
Johanna and Hogga, right? Both are unstoppable sometimes, but yeah, I think.
Just a second. So,
I mean,
overall,
ideally you try to hit the Andu
say,
when he pulls, but.
I'm a little sad it didn't go to a map number 5.
Thanks, Madara, and congrats on the
wanting
win,
as much here
guys.
as is possible
To you, basically, to your team.
Of games. But of course, as I mentioned,
pretty clean,
Chromie. Ready to go. So let's go ahead and bring on in Liam.
And even with Liam, 5,000 ping, you guys are winning. So
thank you. I'm feeling pretty good that we were able to pull out the win, even with all the DCs.
It was very nice of WildHeart to share their pause time with you. I do want to ask, really how do you get those amazing bounces with Hogger? Is this practice? Is this intuition? Because you had some beautiful bounces on that last map.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is definitely practice. To be honest, though, a lot of it is also like RNG. You kind of just pray that, the RNG gods are in your favor. But yeah, a lot of it's definitely practice. For me, Hogger is like a hero that took me a long time to get good at. Took me like a lot of games, probably the most games of any offlaner. So Hogger is definitely a very high skill hero, but a lot of it is RNG based, to be honest. Just hoping that you get the good spins.
You make it look like you plan it out every single time, and you've just got your protractor out every single time, lining up the angles. But of course, Justing, any questions for Liam?
Yeah, I was actually wondering about Hogger. We'd noticed that in previous weeks there was a lot of Hogger and Blaze priority between those two as being kind of the best, it seemed, in the draft. And then today it felt a little bit more like a lot more Dahaka priority and a lot less Hogger priority, with the exception of you guys picking some Hogger. Is there any reason for that, where there's a lot more priority onto Dahaka now than we saw in the previous weeks instead of Hogger?
I think people kind of just forgot that Dahaka is still extremely broken. He got like nerfed once. I think they nerfed his E CDR or something like that, but it's still extremely powerful. Also, the global aspect is clearly very strong. I think Dahaka is just still extremely strong. Like you saw last season, his prio was extremely high. I think people are just catching on that like he's still very good. It just takes a lot of practice to stay good at him. And I think a lot of people were rusty at the beginning of the season. So like Blaze and Hogger are much easier to sort of like get decent value from, whereas Dahaka, you have to actually be really good at him in order to get like those drags and whatnot. So I'm glad to see people are picking more Dahaka. I think he's been underrated at the beginning of the season for sure.
I absolutely agree. Grubby, any questions for Liam?
Hey Liam, I wanted to ask something a little different. I wanted to ask for you, what role does HOTS play for you in your life? Is it more like relaxation, adrenaline weekends, or something else?
It's definitely like just sort of fills that competitive desire for me. So I used to play like soccer kind of my whole life. Sadly ended up quitting because, you know, once you get like past a certain age, there's not really too many leagues out there. So I sort of started playing video games and started playing CCL competitively, and you know that's when, you know, it just sort of fills the competitive desire for me. So that's what I've you know sort of filled now in my life. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's great to hear. Thank you.
Very awesome, Liam. Now, I want to ask you not next weekend, in 2 weeks, because we do have the weekend off for Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. On June 5th, you're going to be going up against Oxygen Esports. Any concerns, excitement, any levels of like, or like, do you think you can beat them easily? Where are you kind of at with
Wait, who are they playing against?
Matchup in 2 weeks up against Oxygen.
Oh, Oxygen. Oh wait, that's us.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good series. Obviously,
I remember.
Yasu, Hasu, and Benny, all ex-teammates of mine, so it's gonna be it's kind of like a little rivalry maybe. So I think it's gonna be a really good series. I'm hoping that we can both make it to the LAN, because it'd be nice to meet them and whatnot. But yeah, I think the series is gonna be extremely close. I think they're all very good players. It's always nice to see like how the NA meta versus the EU meta clashes. So you know, maybe some hammer bands and whatnot versus them. So we'll see. Yeah, I think they're a very good team.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for this interview.
Well,
thank you for answering a few of our questions before you skedaddle out of here and get into your celebrations and your scrims for the upcoming 2 weeks.
We lost to WildHeart though. They destroyed WildHeart, right? So if you compare that,
just you know, the classic shout-outs. Shout out to you guys for, you know, putting
30K is very
on.
strong right now, I think.
30K. Shout outs to my team for carrying me, even though I was DCing out of my mind. But shout outs to my family, my friends, and just everybody at 30K, really. You know, Michael Udall, Slexia, Bat for scheduling scrims. That's pretty much it.
Well, thank you, Liam, for joining us. As I mentioned, good luck in your scrims in the upcoming.
Yeah. I mean, 30K looks strong. WildHeart looks strong as well today, I think. They are definitely among the top 4, right? We can clearly see it. At least the first 3 weeks. We will see down the road. I think. Did WildHeart already play against Simplicity? Oh yeah, they did in week 1. Okay, yeah. They did in week 1. So that concludes week number 3 CCL. Diamond Hands 3-0 Simplicity, Chili Mountain 3-1 Storm. That happened yesterday. I only got to call it the second best of 5, like 2 maps or something, right? Because I was playing Masters Clash. And then today, Oxygen 3-1 Granite Gaming and 30K 3-1 WildHeart. Actually, let me show the standings real quick. I don't know if they are fully updated, but have a look together real quick. Make it a bit bigger. So I guess then, yeah, not fully updated, but 30k is also 3-0, just like Diamond Hands. WildHeart is taking the first loss, so they have 2-1. Oxygen 2-1, Chili Mountain 2-1, Storm, Granite, and Simplicity are 0-3. And next, not next week, because there's 1 week in between, right? Yeah, so on the 4th of June is when CCL returns. We have Granite versus Storm. That's a match in the 0-3 bracket. We have Diamond Hands versus WildHeart. That is 2-1 versus 3-0. We have Chili Mountain Simplicity. Simplicity is last place currently. They have not won a single map. And 30k Oxygen. With 30k, you know, kinda smurfing on everyone so far, but we have some time to prepare. Gonna get some scrims in, and then I hope I hope Liam has 500 ping when we play against him as well. Would make things a little bit easier. But yeah, looks like 3 strong teams and then 3 KEKW teams. No, I think Storm. I think Storm is stronger than the scoreline right now. So Storm got fucked by 30k. That happens, you know. It's not much to do. They lost to Diamond Hands very closely though, 3-2. I think Diamond Hands is strong actually, but it was very close. And then they lost to Chili Mountain, and Chili Mountain is also they're kind of off the charts as well. So I think they had a very rough start, and the match they could have won was Diamond Hands, or maybe even should have. They lost. They barely lost it, right? So it hurts for them, but I think they are stronger than what the scoreline is right now. But we will see, you know. At the end of the day, the top 3 qualifies right away for the LAN, and then everyone else is playing in the gauntlet. So keep that in mind. Even Simplicity, for example, let's say they're not gonna win a map the whole season, they can still qualify. It's very unlikely though, but it's possible. It's within the possibility. Yeah. We have so we have a weekend of a break in CCL, and then on the June 4th, right? Yeah, June 4th is when it continues. Masters Clash also has 1 week left, I think. Let me open that real quick. Masters Clash group stage. Yeah, there's 1 weekend left. May 28th and 29th. That's the very last playday for Masters Clash regular season, and then there's also a playoff phase. 3 teams have been already locked in for the playoffs in Paris: Chili Mountain, Oxygen, and Bangbush. And then these teams are also playing in the gauntlet. It's the system is basically identical to CCL. So yeah. I think that sums it up for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching.